You fucking idiot. Gone 4 weeks, and you can't even set this shit back
Oh,
up
no, I
right.
did it on purpose because I know you hate that for an intro.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I don't care enough. I was happier that you did it by mistake.
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, now I'm not happy.
That's fine. I'm not happy either. So
Get out whatever this special shit is for drinking while I go through this. Of course, we have Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. So check out some friends of the show. CQ, the Pop Culture Warrior. The Two Brothers podcast with Troy and Trevor. They're on a hiatus until the first of the year. And then the Trevor Jackson podcast. The Dim Jackson boys are on a hiatus, but evidently Trevor isn't. He's podcasted the last few weeks. Happened in the 90s. He's podding, right. And it happened in the 90s and in Dumbass Dudes podcast and the Andy Harris on Twitter and his podcast, This American Laugh. I have decided with this Spreadneck t-shirt.
Yep.
First dude that sends us a dick pic, I'm going to send him a Spreadneck shirt.
Done. Send a dick pic to the number at the bottom of the screen.
And first dude that sends us a butthole pic gets a t-shirt and a sticker.
Oh, yeah. I'm in.
So, dude, gotta be dude, though. If you're a chick, I don't know. I'll jerk off to it, and then I'll say, sorry.
I'd send a sticker for a butthole pic.
Yeah. But the shop is up on the website now.
Yes, it is.
The tab at the top of the page, I think it says merch.
Yeah.
But you can get all kinds of shit. Oh my god. I'm glad I brought ice down here.
Yep.
I thought you said you had something special.
I did something special to fucking commemorate me being back.
Yeah.
Make you feel as unhappy as me. So I know that
I didn't need shitty Jose Cuervo that's not real tequila.
No, I was looking though when I was looking for what to get for tonight, and I walked by it. I was like, I just saw the Jose with it. It was like $19, and I was like, oh, it's got to happen. It's what a perfect. I don't know. It just seems like a perfect symbol of my return.
Yeah, I'm going to have my daughter bring lime juice.
That's fair. That's one reason I waited to show you till we started in hopes that you might not have anything and couldn't prepare and would just have to drink.
No, I have plenty of liquor up there. Just remember, Jose's going into the suicide bottle now.
I know.
So you're hurting yourself later.
When are we drinking? When
it gets back full. Hold on, I'll grab it.
We didn't empty it though either, did we? Fuck, we should have. We're getting there. See, because I feel like every time we indulge in the suicide bottle, it should be a clean start every time.
Oh, I disagree.
Really, just
because then it'll be. I mean, you think about it. It took 21, so it'll be 21 weeks minimum to fill it up.
Yeah.
So you're only going to partake of it once a year or twice a year.
Well, cheers. Those are the specialist episodes. Oh god damn.
Yep, that's non-tequila.
I don't remember Jose Cuervo being so sweet. I haven't had it in a long time. That's sweet. That's gross. That's like the Southern comfort of tequilas.
Yeah, it's not.
It's garbage.
It's not tequila though, is the thing, because I don't think it's made. I don't think it's actually. It says agave. I don't think it's actually made from agave.
It says made with blue agave.
I know it says
gold
that.
Tequila. Huh. Recipient of more gold medal awards than any other tequila.
That's probably true because they have way more of it to submit. I don't know. It's fucking garbage. This is the kind of shit.
Is it really not real tequila?
I had always heard that Jose was not real tequila.
I think you've heard wrong. I think it's just
maybe,
really
or maybe they started
tequila.
actually using agave. I don't know.
They've always said agave on it.
Okay,
since their inception.
Sure, probably.
I know my history.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right, you're back.
I'm back. Have you missed me? I know the fans have.
Sure. It's easier with you. Now it's very easy to talk to Andre.
Yeah,
it was not hard to talk to
Andre. Let me rephrase that. I didn't watch any of it. I didn't listen to any of it. Of course not. But I checked sound. I always pop on real quick to that, and you guys seem to be flowing better than the other two. I'd quickly popped in on.
Yeah. I enjoyed having Kelsey on.
Yeah.
But she was very nervous. So like when we took the break, I said, "Hey, relax.
Yeah,
like this is not important. Like just chill out."
I'm surprised you were nervous.
I don't know.
Huh.
You have fat seat to fill.
I do have a fat seat.
So
yeah,
you having problems with the lime.
That makes me so.
Is happy. So not in the other fridge either? Is there lemon juice? Well, all right. Thank you anyway.
You can mix it with your bubbly.
Ooh, good Lord.
Thank you,
no.
Olivia.
Thanks.
It might
Thanks
not be
for
bad.
nothing.
Oh, it's already at the bottom spit level. Ugh.
Yeah. So I don't know. She was nervous.
Yeah.
A little bit, and
she's
she
been
was
on
tight. She was tight. She was very. No, I know what I said. I meant what I said.
Okay.
I meant what I said. She was very. She was like sitting up straight and
Tense
very.
would have been a better choice.
No, she was tight. She was tense too, but no. Everything like her movement to get her drink was very.
Yeah.
You ever watch the show Letterkenny?
No.
Oh well, never mind then. The main character is when he takes a sip of something, he's always like. And she was,
Okay.
but she was very tight.
Yeah,
it's a good thing.
Toy.
Like a twiga.
Like
Yeah. No, yeah, and then Hunter, I don't know what Hunter's deal was. Relationship problems.
He was getting, I can't even talk. He was busy getting broken up with.
I guess so. Yeah, sure.
I wonder if she was texting him while you guys were talking, like, you fucking piece of shit, blah 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 blah.
I kind of hope so.
That would have been fantastic.
I do. I kind of hope so.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what was going on. But I'll tell you, here's what I did miss about you. This shit, while you're trying to listen to the other person and do this kind of stuff like right here and reply to people, that shit's for the birds if you're all alone.
Yeah.
Like if there's me and you and somebody else that we're looking at there, no problem, because at least someone else feels that space.
You're never all alone.
No, I'm all
when
alone.
you only saw one set of footprints.
Right.
I was carrying you.
Sure. There's some deep footprints too.
Yeah, which means there's a lot of singular footprints going along the
right. Yeah, sure. Sure. But no,
I haven't gained any weight. That's a plus. I look much fatter sitting
you
next to you.
Gained hair weight.
Oh, dude, I look
sure.
rough. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's bad. Jesus.
Oh man.
Okay. So tell me about your time off.
Fucking drove a lot. That's about it. I mean, it was non-fucking
Yeah,
stop.
but I know you did more than drive. I know you helped your parents move.
Yeah.
I know you did a lot of running the kids back and forth or going back and forth to see them. So
all shit no one cares about.
No, that's absolutely untrue. I want to know what it was like because I got text messages and photos of stuff you're finding in your parents' attic and things like that while you're moving. So what was it like moving your parents?
I don't feel like talking about it.
Okay. That's fine with me. So
no, it was like 20 years. So my dad's overly sentimental about shit now, just whatever.
Now he's not been that way forever. It's just
he's more sentimental than I am. But it doesn't take much to be more sentimental than I am.
That's true.
But more so, I guess, because they'd always wanted to live this farm, right? And they bought it when I think I would have been like 18, some shit like that.
Yeah, it was in your late teens.
Yeah, but and no, we were 16. I think it's when we moved in there.
No, we met at 16, and you guys didn't live on the farm yet.
Okay, so it was between 16 and 18.
Yeah, you lived in a neighborhood with Clayton whenever we met. Yeah, we were 16.
Okay, yeah, whatever. Anyway, and so selling that mostly selling it because of his health and wanting to make sure my mom's okay and all this other shit, and it's a lot of land for him to take care of. Anyway, so it's 20 years worth of shit piled like in barns and attics and stuff like that. So we're going through it. And of course, my dad did a lot of IT shit back in the day. So I'm finding all kinds of old nerd shit, DOS books and fucking Firefox, or not Firefox, but Fox Pro and SQL Server and whatever. So I was going through that, but he was wanting him and my mom. At first, she was like, well, I haven't seen it in 20 years. Just throw it away. Until him, my sister, my mom are all down at this trailer shuffling through shit like fucking homeless people behind a Goodwill. No, be like, this is good shit. I'm not throwing this away. Oh man, I'm going to do this. Or let's give this to Goodwill. I'm like, why are you giving it to Goodwill? Well, nobody fucking wants that shit. Just throw it in
Somebody
the trash.
wants it.
Nah,
Clyde down the street living in a tent. He wants it.
Yeah, you know what? Clyde still has to purchase it from Goodwill.
Well, sure, from Goodwill for sure.
Yeah.
But
and that's why I was like, you're just giving it to a business. They're making a profit. Like, well, but people can get shit
true.
They can't but they might be able to afford it normally. I was like, they don't fucking need it. Throw it in the trash.
You can't afford it new. You don't deserve it used.
God's not blessing you if you have to buy it used. No, but for the most part, like old shit, like nobody fucking wants for the most part. I mean, there are some valid things, but like
I found some cool stuff in a Goodwill before, but that's rare.
Like clothes, I get.
Yeah,
sure, but like if you got an old fucking tape player from 1983, don't fucking keep that shit. Don't give it to just throw it in the fucking trash.
So it can go into a landfill. At least if you go to Goodwill, it's sitting on a shelf.
Yeah, but you might as well kill some goddamn turtles while you're at it. The world has too many of those fucking things. But anyway, so it was basically me fighting with everyone to throw shit away. Was the bulk of the time. But I'm like, hey, I don't live here. I'm just gonna go with the flow. Whatever. But I was like, you guys are just making extra trips for yourself, running back and forth to fucking Goodwill. Just take it all to the dump. But
Yeah.
anyway, so that was a week's worth. And then I drove back and forth to North Carolina, 8 times throughout
8 times in 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
4.
Just getting the kids on my weekends and then getting them for the holidays. And then Jude had they had a jiu-jitsu tournament one weekend, and I think I had football, one more game of football, and then I did jiu-jitsu tournament, and then we had holidays, and then on my weekend. So it was just fucking non-goddamn stop. Stupid.
So I want to hear a little bit about the football thing. This now that you're through your first
just fucking
season
terrible.
as a football
It was
parent,
fucking terrible.
football dad. What position did Jude play? I know you told me before, but I can't remember.
Wherever they need to give somebody rest. No, so I think his we're usually
some high quality
H2O. No, he was playing I think they had him on safety or whatever, but
all right. Is he fast?
No.
Oof, that's not a good position to put him in.
And then they ended up putting him on special teams, which I thought was hilarious just by the name. But he played more on special teams than he did at safety for obvious reasons. But like the last couple of games, he got to play a lot comparatively for the rest of the season. You know, he usually played a few plays, a couple quarters, and that was about all he played because he's fucking awful. But it's his first year ever playing.
It's his first year.
Yeah. And
if he sticks with it and he cares, he'll get better.
Yeah, he'll practice and all that shit. Hey, Trevor. But yeah, no, he'll get better if he wants to. And it was good for him. He trimmed down to got him out and play.
That's what I was going to say. Did he have to make weight to play?
Didn't have to make weight. But
first year Matthew played, he had to make weight.
Yeah. But this is all fifth graders, I think, playing. So it's fourth and fifth graders. Okay. Anyway, so it was good for him. I think he's going to keep playing. For fuck's sake, but
football's good for
you. It's good for him, and I'm happy to see him playing. I just hate fucking going and sitting through those goddamn games. Like they're only 8-minute quarters, but they're the longest fucking 8 minutes I've ever had.
Do they stop the clock for incomplete passes and going out of bounds stuff like in regular normal adult football? Or I just know some sports, like some age groups, they don't stop the clock just so that parents aren't sitting there for 2 hours.
Stops. Yeah. It's 4 8-minute quarters, and it usually ends up taking about an hour and a half to play the fucking game.
Okay. That sounds about right.
2 hours. It was it's awful. I hate it so much.
Does he enjoy playing?
Yeah, he loves it.
Okay.
And his big thing was like his team was undefeated. They went undefeated and they won the championship. So
but if he hadn't been on the team, they might not have been.
Right.
Those guys wouldn't have got to rest and come back stronger after a couple of plays.
And that's what I tried to tell him because he was for sure.
You know what? If you
no, not like that, not like that, but just that you were part of the team, you played your role, blah 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 blah.
Right.
You know. He was getting discouraged there for a little bit, but I was like, well,
because he wasn't getting to play. Because he wasn't getting to play much.
Well, he's old enough. He's aware that he's not as good as everyone else. Right.
That's good for you, though.
No, it is good for him. No. I'm not.
I understand it's discouraging, but it's good for him in the end.
It absolutely is. It absolutely is. But I tried to offer him encouragement along the way. Not
these are the procasters, Troy. Trevor.
Step up your game there, Trevs.
Yeah.
But so yeah, no, I try to encourage him without being like, because I was like, well, you can work to get better. You can do this, like you just have to, whatever. And so I encouraged him, you're a part of a winning team. You got a lot of guys that you can learn from, all that bullshit. But no, I wasn't like, oh, it's okay, buddy.
No, I knew you weren't like that.
Fuck that.
No.
But he's also he's never been an athletic kid at all. And Lyric just dominates him across the board. And this is the first thing he's had that's been his.
I'm kind of surprised she didn't want to play football.
She talked about it a little bit, but she's got a bunch of other shit going on. Anyway, but he's just trying to try to encourage him, and also because he doesn't have he's not good at a lot of shit like that type of stuff. So
I understand. What is he good at?
What is he good at? Fucking
like he's not good at sports or
he's creative as fuck. Like he's one of those kids. Like he's a very he's in his own fucking universe.
Sure.
Like he's incredibly creative, incredibly clever, good at coming up with shit, that type of thing. But like as far as hand-eye coordination, if it's not fucking playing games, like he's got nothing athletic.
So what you're saying is he needs to fly drones for the Air Force.
Yes. Yeah. No, I swear
not
to shit.
Play football for the Air Force
if,
Academy.
if he gets if he gets through high school without knocking somebody up, out of all of my kids, he has the best chance of being famous.
Really?
Yeah.
For
just whether it's acting, stand-up comedy, some
killing
shit like
protesters with drones.
Killing protesters with drones. Yeah. No, I just mean as far as personality type and means to do things and create and the creative streak out of all the kids that are going to be maybe high level mediocre in the world. You know,
Yeah.
and successful enough like to do an important job, but nothing's going to change the fucking world.
Regional
let's be
fame.
honest. Regional fame.
Yeah.
No, not even fame. I'm not talking about fame. I'm talking about like I could see Lyric being the CEO of a small entrepreneur company that she builds up, but she's not going to change the fucking world with anything. She just will be good at what she does. Same thing with Eli. He's going to be great at being in the Navy. He's going to do all that shit, but he's not going to fucking solve world hunger or goddamn invent the next fucking nuclear power source. Just like all your kids are going to be really good at what they do, but they're not going to be fucking life changers.
Sure.
That's 90% of everyone's children.
Yeah.
I'd say less. I would say more than that. I'm sorry. I'd say like it's a 98%
Right.
of averageness in the world.
That's probably true. Yeah.
Like I believe that my kids might try to. I think they can excel if they really try at shit, but it's going to be excelling in the bubble that they can excel in. It's not going to be excelling in the scheme of like we're not going to have another Elon Musk in my family. It's just not going to fucking happen.
You could. It's not likely.
No, it's
but
not.
You
Okay,
could.
it's good. Yeah. But I'm just saying the reality is the chances are fucking slim.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've met my kids.
Sure. The memory of Jude that stands out to me is I think I rode to North Carolina with you and you picked them up and came back through Knoxville. And yeah, it's not good. And stopped by the house and I was going to ride with you because I had to do something in Pulaski and then I was coming back. And there was a bowl on the counter or the table of peppers, green bell peppers.
Yeah.
And Jude was like, "Can I have one of those?" And I think he thought they were apples at first.
Maybe.
And we were like, "Those are peppers, man. You're not going to want to eat that." And he's like, he dug his heels in. And it's like, I won't be wrong. I will not be wrong. Like, no, I do. And so you're like, I don't care if he has one. You're like, okay, fine. So he took it, got in the car, and as we get in the car, he takes a bite out of it. And you can see the look in his face, but the determination that he will not be wrong.
Yeah.
And he sat and ate a green bell pepper like an apple.
Yeah.
And looked miserable doing it.
I love it. And that's the kind of parent I am.
Yeah. Well,
I'll be like, you're not wasting that fucking apple. You keep eating that shit.
Those are Granny Smith vagina apples.
Yeah. So I mean, but this is the first thing, like football wise, that he's really tried. He's actually putting forth a full effort, like he wants to get better. So it's a good thing.
Good.
Yeah. And it's a good thing that he's not having to do shit with like, it's a dude thing for him to do, like a little more tumble than just being with his mom and sister all the fucking time. So
no, I understand that. Yeah, I think organized sports and especially football is good for boys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying it's bad for girls or girls should be part
well, he's
of it,
finally getting back into jiu-jitsu and all that shit. Granted, their fucking school there's a goddamn joke, but that's good for him too. Because like I when he gets a little older and come home, I'm gonna start throwing hands with him because he needs to learn what it's like to get punched in the fucking face. I mean, that's an important part for
by his dad.
Yeah.
That's what Eli's for.
Better. I've popped Eli in the head.
No, I'm saying Eli punching him in the face. That's what
Eli doesn't have the self-control to be able to do that.
What do you mean? You do it too hard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for the size.
Yeah, but then you get to punch Eli in the face.
Me?
Yeah. He punches Jude too hard, and you punch him too hard.
Nah, then I gotta teach Jude. Like sometimes bigger dudes hit you hard, and you gotta fucking learn to create.
What better way to teach him by doing that to Eli?
Right. Yeah, no, but so it's gotta teach him to throw hands. Because I mean, I'm of the opinion that every like boy growing up needs to know what it's like to get fucking popped in the mouth, and needs to know what it's like to pop somebody in the mouth. It's
like Pierce said.
Yeah,
it's a rite of passage.
Rite of passage.
Yeah. Did you know that he was in Knoxville the other day, but he was doing like a night with Chevy Chase in Asheville, I think, or Chattanooga. No, Chattanooga.
Yeah, the Christmas vacation.
Yeah. I would like to talk to him one time. I would leave it going, wow, he really is a dick.
Or we'd be best friends.
I don't know that I want to be his best friend. I don't. I do.
You guys have a lot in common.
We probably do.
Racism for one.
That's true. Yeah.
And I wonder, because I always wonder behind the scenes shit, because he got caught off with the community about saying some racist shit and fucked up. And I'm not talking about the argument with Dan Harmon. I'm talking about how he supposedly treated cast members on set, right? And I think about that. I've thought about that, and I wonder if he was truly being a racist asshole, or if that was the school because
come from a different time,
and that was the sense of humor.
Or is it one of those things where he said something off color, no pun intended, and nowadays everything's called racism?
Yeah, well, that's what I just said.
Oh, I didn't take it that is what you were saying.
Well, just mean whatever he said wasn't intended to be that way.
Sure.
Just his style of humor or background, countless other things. But
Yeah, I've heard lots of different people from lots of different projects him say he is an asshole and
Oh, yeah.
a nightmare to work with.
no, that's been the case.
Hey,
what's up, Andre?
Andre.
But I don't know. That don't even fucking start with me, dude. Just got back, goddamn it. No, but I wondered that. But yeah, but everything I've read again, yeah, he's fucking since Saturday Night Live, he was fucking just cunt.
Well,
Just
and he was there one season. He got famous and left.
yeah, because
which is-
it's one of those guys. He's just, how dare you? I'm
Well, yeah, he
Kevin
left
fucking
and
Chase.
was replaced by somebody much better than him.
Yeah.
So anyway,
yeah, absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
oh well.
Yeah. So anyway, that was the bulk of my fucking 4 weeks, however goddamn long it was. Wasn't fucking long enough.
You could have taken off again. You chose not to.
I could have.
I would have asked Trevor to do this one with me this week, but he said he's not going to podcast
Just take a
until
break.
after the first of the year. So yeah.
I heard hey Andre, that you were Joey's favorite. You guys had some sweet times together, and I'm happy. I'm happy for you guys.
He's the easiest to talk to, that's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
He was blown away that I knew
The washcloth.
the washcloth thing. Like,
yeah, that's the one bit I heard from the whole episode is the clip that you posted.
yeah. So,
but I don't think I've given you props on air since but on the interwebs since we started.
we're on air. This is
well
live.
done, but well done done with the Instagram post today.
Oh yeah.
Fucking tastic. Dude, I was at work when I saw it and I started laughing. Like my coworker was like, "What the fuck is you laughing about?" And I showed it to him. He's like, "Oh, that's good." I was like, yeah, it's really good.
I almost sent it to you when I made it last night. I was like, no,
that was better.
my favorite thing that I'm most proud of is, at least on Instagram, the blur. I tagged Dumbass Dudes podcast in the blur.
Oh, nice.
So it's like,
I didn't even look at the
it's
tags.
better.
That was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tagged you as you, but then the blur as Dumbass Dudes podcast.
Yeah, that's fucking
So,
fantastic. No,
anyway.
it was well played. It was well played.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
I think that was secondary coming. Well, I shouldn't say secondary. That's even with when I initially threw the meme up with when we were doing a weight loss challenge.
oh yeah.
with
No,
you,
that
so-
was
I'm
very
saying-
good
I'm
as
saying,
well.
I think these were
Yeah.
these were
Yeah.
on par with each other.
Yeah.
So
Well, we're going back to pre-COVID. Going back to pre-COVID. How we
pre-COVID,
were pre-COVID.
Yeah.
Less loose. I mean, less tight.
was tight.
Yeah.
Was tight.
We're definitely less tight.
So I will say though, out of all the years we've known each other, if you'd have asked me 15 years ago, 10 years ago, which one of us would end up being the fat one, I would have put all my money on you.
Why? Because 15 years ago, I wasn't fat at all.
No, I know,
Okay.
but I was always fucking bone ass skinny, like bone ass skinny. And so, and so I just assumed that if one of us got old and got fat, it would be you.
Yeah.
But I was wrong.
No, divorce hit you like a
Oh,
ton of Krispy Kreme donuts.
The first divorce did, yeah. But then I got
Yeah.
skinny again, and then I got fat.
Yeah,
again.
sure.
I forgot. Yeah, I was fat as shit after my first divorce.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, like fatter than I am now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like by a lot. There was a photo of me
On a
somewhere
horse.
on a horse with the overalls.
Oh, I don't remember the overalls, but I remember you being on a horse.
I
And
was wearing overalls.
you looked like your face belonged on My 600-Pound Life.
Yeah.
That's
was rough.
what you looked
It
like.
was rough.
You look like if you fell getting out of a recliner, you would cry annoyingly. I watch that show occasionally just for when they fall and cry.
Really?
Well, I watch it, and if the fat person is an asshole,
Yeah.
then I stick with it to see them hurt themselves and cry.
Okay.
That's it.
Does the amount you laugh vary based on how much of an asshole you deem them to be?
No, it varies based on how funny their cry is and how funny the fall is. Because I'm going to be honest with you, anyone falling is funny.
Yeah.
But a fat person
person's
falling
way funnier.
is funnier. And if they're an asshole, it's just the icing on
Now,
the,
you want to take that up a notch? Is a fat kid.
No, that's true for sure.
There's nothing better.
Especially if the fat kid's being a jerk.
Yeah.
It's something about them. It's like the universe just righted something. And it's like I saw the Holy Ghost in action. I saw what goes around comes around, reaping and sowing and,
Yeah. All that.
and all of that. Yes. I saw it in
Blessings
action.
return into you tenfold.
That's it. That's it. The sins of the father fall on the son. Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Ah.
So anyway.
Yep. So that was that was it.
Yeah.
A lot of fucking driving. Kids both got their asses crushed at the fucking jiu-jitsu tournament.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely.
I thought you were saying. I thought, honestly, God, I
Especially
thought
when I
you were
fell.
gonna say. I thought you were gonna say got their asses beat because they acted up or something,
Oh,
and
no.
you had to pull off the mountain and
No. Pull off the
beat
mountain.
some ass. Yeah, you'd pull off the mountain.
Oh, I coined a new term today.
Mm.
Butt pregnant.
What is that?
It's when you get fucked in the ass and get cream pied, and then you just shit babies for a week. Butt pregnant.
All right. Okay, that's fine. Butt pregnant.
Butt pregnant. Yep. I'm gonna finish up. And you're gonna shit my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And we lost. And we lost too.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Trevor pops on for a second, makes himself known, and then
That's tequila
walks
so
away.
bad.
It's so I don't know why you did that.
For this exact reason.
It's hurting you more than it's hurting me. It
Not
always
more.
does.
It's hurting
Oh
me
no,
more.
for sure.
No, it's not hurting me more.
Okay.
Yeah. Why do you think it? Why?
Because you're saying more about it than I am.
No.
Okay, that's fine.
Agree to disagree.
I used to hate that phrase, and now I say it
All the time.
Not all the time. I will say it to my wife though, and it bothers her that I say it now because
that's why you say it.
No, I just finally got to the point where it's like, I when I say agree to disagree, I don't mean it the way everyone else means it. I don't mean it the same way. No, I'm not. I mean, yeah, but no.
How do you mean it?
I'm just. It's more of a means to let the conversation be over, and not spin into a possible argument.
Well, isn't that the purpose of that phrase to begin with?
No, because I'm not agreeing to disagree with you. I feel like I'm right and you're wrong. I will agree to end the conversation, but not agreeing on a disagreement.
Okay.
That's just the way I feel about it.
But it's not agreeing on a disagreement. That whole phrase is let's agree that we disagree.
Yeah.
And then we are done.
But that's also people that generally use that are using that as a way to say, I'm right and I'm not going to argue.
Right.
That's how I'm using it.
Okay.
I'm right, but I'm not willing to argue.
Okay.
I don't agree to disagree. I agree that I'm right and you're wrong, but I'm not going to argue with you about it.
But you're still reaching an agreement of disagreement.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
I know.
I'm just kidding around. Anyway. No, I used to adamantly hate the phrase agree to disagree because I felt like there's no such thing.
Okay.
How are you going to agree on disagreeing? No.
Yeah.
No, you don't correct a disagreement by agreeing.
It's not correcting anything.
No, I disagree.
Well,
I don't agree. I don't agree to disagree, but I disagree. No, I just hated it. It just didn't. It rubbed me the wrong way every time.
Yeah, I can understand it being annoying and rubbing me the wrong way, but
yeah, well, because I feel like everyone that I ever heard use it, at least talking to me, that's what it was. It was I'm right, you're wrong, so we'll just be quiet about it now.
Yeah,
and I hated it, but now it doesn't bother me really.
And maybe that's how it was being used, but yeah, no, I've always took it as the literal, like, we don't agree on this, so let's just agree that we don't and get the fuck out.
Yeah,
like that's
yeah, that's what it means. I understand that.
Well, I one of the phrases for me is it is what it is. I hate it so much. I use it.
That's one of my daughter's favorite phrases.
It's stupid. Well, it's like, well, no shit, it is what it is.
Well, yeah, but how many phrases do we, as a society, say that are exactly that?
Yeah. I'm just saying I hate it. It irks me because it's more like because to me it's like, well, I don't have an explanation for it, so oh well. Like that's what it means essentially.
Sure.
And I don't know.
Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Right.
Also, another phrase I fucking can't stand is making love. I hate it. I hate the phrase.
I know you've said that before.
I know, but I'm saying it again because it's stupid as shit.
What's stupid about it?
It's stupid. It makes zero sense.
If it's good enough for boys to men, it's good enough for me.
I feel like it's a really hokey and childish way of putting.
You think so?
Having sex, yes.
Well, I feel like it's pretty
going to be like
juvenile to say I'm getting up in them guts.
Well, yeah, but making love is just to me. It's
well, because there's a difference though. There's a difference in the action that you're doing. The outcome is the same. You have an orgasm,
right?
But I'm just saying the emotion is different. That's what I'm saying.
But that's because you're assigning an emotion to that phrase. But to me, it's a very juvenile phrase.
No. I'm talking about the action that you're doing that you would call making love, fucking whatever you want to call it. There's different there's not stages. There's different style. Not style. It's not even style. There's different. I mean, do you fuck the same way every time? Get on like a house
but
on fire.
It's all sex. All of it.
Get on like a house on fire. Yes, it's all sex. Yes.
Yeah.
But there's different.
Making love is such an immature, like juvenile, like naive. It's a very naive term.
Why?
Because it is.
What makes it naive though?
Because it's not a real thing. It's like
How
this
is it
hope
not?
of when I have sex it's with someone I love and we're gonna
No,
make
I'm
love
just saying.
together.
I think that there can be times of that. There's times of fucking, and there's times of sex.
Why
And
can't it just be emotional sex? Why does it have to be making love? Because you're not making love.
well, because we assign phrases to everything.
I know, and I hate that assigned phrase. I think it's stupid. I think it's immature, and I think it's juvenile.
Yeah, and that's
Naive. Maybe naive
I
is a better way to put it.
understand hating a phrase. I don't understand why you think it's juvenile or even naive.
Naive. Because
Because I feel like
it's sex completely
all
out
sex
of
for you
context.
is emotionless, and
Mostly,
that's why you feel that it's naive.
maybe, but even I don't understand. Even if it is emotional, right?
Mhm.
It's still not making love. It's still not doing. It's not making anything but a possible baby or a mess. Like,
How's
that's
it
the only thing
not?
it's making.
I mean, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Agree to disagree.
Because you either have to feel like, right, either love is an emotion or love is a choice, right?
Sure.
Sometimes both, maybe, sure.
Mhm.
But sex might fuel that, but it's not making either one. Amplifying,
Why isn't
maybe.
sex fueled by that instead of fueling the emotion? Why can't the emotion fuel the sex?
It can, I guess it could set the desire, but it's still not making it.
Well, I understand it's not making it. It's making love is just a phrase we use.
And it's a
to
stupid fucking
call-
phrase. That's my goddamn point. I know it's a phrase we
I
use.
understand, but
That's my problem with it.
Yes,
It's a
yes,
phrase
yes.
that people use.
I'm up until right then, I'm perfectly fine with what you. It's that next step where you call it juvenile and naive. I don't understand. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't understand.
I will stick with naive. Juvenile was leading up because I look at naivety and being juvenile. They're closely akin to one another.
So would you call getting up in them guts naive?
No, it's juvenile, but it's
Well,
not
they're
naive.
closely akin.
Yeah,
What's keeping it from being naive?
because it's
Because
not.
you're technically not getting up in the guts.
It's closer than
You're not.
I'm not. No, but I mean, because the phrase is, it's indicative. I mean, it's crass and juvenile. Because there's crass and juvenile, there's naive and juvenile, right? The juvenile is the immaturity that comes along with it, and the naivety is just not understanding what the fuck sex really is. It's this expectation of it's this glorious emotional bonding between two people that love each other, which that's not. It can be, but it's not.
And I think that's where the phrase "making love" is. That's when it is.
I think making
or when
love
you're trying
was
to be that
I think
way.
making love was a phrase that came when people couldn't say sex because it was dirty, so
Could
they
be.
put it in songs and shit like that. It's 100. It's a much softer way of saying fucking
Mm.
or sex.
I mean, I don't think it's a softer way of saying fucking because it's two different sex styles.
Sex styles.
Yeah.
Sexual experiences, not styles.
Okay.
Because you could, because going by
you experience the same thing both times as far as the end
result.
The end result, you experience the same
I'm
thing.
talking about
It's
the experience
it's
of the whole.
style of getting to the end result is what I'm saying. It's
So you
ones.
don't think that you can have rough fucking and it be making love?
I'm not saying you can't do that. It
Well,
all
then-
depends on what your emotion is in it.
Okay, but again, it's the same experience. Physically,
yeah, but we're not just talking about physical.
Okay.
We're talking about emotional as well, because sex can be emotional.
Yes.
So we're talking about the emotional side of it.
Okay.
And the physical side of it.
Okay. Whatever.
I mean, we are.
Yeah. It's the same way you hate agree to disagree or hated.
I don't
disagree.
Yeah, whatever. It's fine.
It is what it is.
Sure. It is what that doesn't bother me at all.
I know it bothers me. That's why I'm saying it.
Okay. It's immersion therapy.
This is just wallowing in my misery.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like the new mics though. They took them in to grow me, but tonight they're sounding better in my headphones.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's these or what the fuck it is, but
yeah.
Yeah.
So, how does it feel to be back?
God damn it.
Does it feel like you were gone for 4 weeks?
No.
Does it not?
No, it doesn't.
What about the other night when you came over here and we guested on another podcast?
That was terrible, by the way.
What was
wanna
terrible
talk
about
about
it?
that.
I mean, I had a good time.
I had a good
I don't
time.
think we were what they expected.
No.
I don't. Why do you just assume that someone else, like they just assume that we would have these super criminal stories to tell? And I don't understand why you would assume. Why I don't know why there wasn't a questionnaire, a couple of emails back and forth saying,
Yeah.
hey, you don't have to tell me the whole story, but do you have some good stories of run-ins with the law and whatnot?
Right.
But as far as I know, none of
the
that.
whole thing is everybody breaks the law. What I think about though that drove me crazy about it, goddamn, was the just the there weren't any. What's the word I'm looking for? God damn it.
Making love.
Yes. No, there weren't any leading questions. Or
No,
really,
yeah,
anyway,
I didn't know we'd even started.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm sure. I mean, super nice dude, and his wife, and I enjoyed the conversations in between. But I feel like that he felt like he was pulling teeth to get shit out of us, and we didn't know what the fuck he was wanting to get. So,
Right.
I was like, yeah, I did this once. Yeah, me too. I was just,
Yeah.
yeah, like I had fun because I just enjoy running my mouth. But
Yeah.
at the end of it, I was like, fuck, that's gonna be a boring fucking episode for them.
Yeah. I'd be anxious to see if they actually release it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we'll
I
see.
think it was also a little different because his wife is not normally his co-host
Mhm.
and was on there with him.
Maybe.
So I don't know. The other guy big time just like Troy at first.
Yeah. Oh my god. I told you, Amanda has a podcast now. I don't know if we've talked about it on here.
We have.
Have we talked about it on here? I remember shit. Anyway, she wants to have Troy and Trevor on at different times.
Well, they're not podding.
Right.
Till
After
next
it's
year.
after the
Right.
first of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think that'll be going to be a whole different side of a conversation for them compared to talking to us.
I would like for her to live stream that.
Yeah, she's not
Right.
live.
I understand that.
And I say that because I know Trevor, he tends to be a bit spiritual minded, I guess, in the sense of like he has
Sure.
his own beliefs there, and he's also creative and does all that shit. And then with Troy,
Straight up pastor.
That's what I told Amanda. I was like that, and he's like does a lot of emotional motivational videos and shit.
Yep.
And so I think they'll be good. Like I said, it's a much different stuff. She's gonna have me on as a guest.
She wants to have them on together or separate.
Separate. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna be guesting on hers at some point, so that'll be.
It's the third time you said it.
Interesting. I don't remember shit. You know this.
I know.
Why do you got to bring it up? Why do you got to make me feel bad about?
I can't make you feel anything. I'm not responsible for the way you feel.
You can make me feel a lot of things.
Not
Sore?
emotionally. When I make love to your butt.
Get me butt pregnant.
Nah, I'm shooting blanks, buddy.
Oh, goddamn.
Oh God. So anyway.
Do you know you're glad I'm back?
I am.
Yep.
It's you definitely I can definitely tell how easy because for good or for bad, we don't prepare for this.
No.
Right. And like I said, for good or for bad, probably for bad.
Like right now.
No, I don't. Well, maybe. I don't know.
But oh, go ahead. Continue.
What I was just going to say is like, when you don't have that, it's surprisingly, I have that more so with Andre than Hunter or Kelsey.
Yeah. So basically, Andre is the British me.
No.
Yeah.
No. If the British you were, if the American you were better, then yeah, he's the British you.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah. No. But yeah, I mean, we can bounce off of each other.
Yeah.
It's just, and I told Kelsey that I was like, look, there's not the same familiarity with each other, so it's not going to be the same, and it doesn't have to be. Yeah. And that's just it. You're just sitting in a fat chair, and hopefully it raises up some for you.
Yeah.
No.
Jesus.
What you weigh now?
What's that? I'm down to 217.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Down.
I was at 220.
I understand
like
that. I understand that.
Yeah.
Down to 217.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I told you I haven't gotten fatter since last time I was here.
I got you.
I just look terrible.
Oh, yeah. I weigh a whole Joe Rogan like warm up kettlebell less than you.
You do.
I do.
But you've been working hard at it. I haven't been working hard doing
shit. That's the thing. I haven't really been working that hard at it.
Self-discipline is a type of hard work in and of itself.
Sure, but I'm not being that strict on it.
Yeah.
I'm not being super strict. I'm just making sure I don't go all out. Like I ate whatever I wanted for Thanksgiving.
Right.
I did, and I gained a few pounds over that 2 days, but that's it.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Good job.
What are you doing for Christmas? You gonna go back?
Yep.
Now, how's Christmas work at your house? Decorating and things like that.
Fuck no. Jesus.
You don't have a Christmas tree up?
No, we did last year. Amanda's really, I fucking hate Christmas, but
sure.
Amanda loves Christmas. And so we usually got a tree and decorated. She didn't want to pull it out this year. I think we're going to she wants to put the Christmas tree on the front porch and decorate it and shit out there, which I think is kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know if it's just because we've been busy or driving around. We haven't done anything this year. Last year, since it was the first year at the house, we did. But but I guess her dad was really big into Christmas and decorating and stuff. So I do it because she wants to.
So one thing I don't think I've ever asked this, and if I have, I don't remember, but I've never understood it.
Welcome to my world.
What is it? Oh, yeah. What is it that you hate about Christmas? Because I hate a lot of Christmas music.
Mm-hmm.
I hate some of the hokiness of Christmas,
Mm-hmm.
but overall, I don't hate Christmas.
Okay.
So I just want what it is about.
So this is one of the things, and I'll admit openly, I can't put my finger on it exactly.
Okay.
I know a lot of the elements that feed into my hatred of it, but I can't tell you exactly why I hate it. I haven't liked it since I was a kid, though.
Mhm.
I know that much. But like, I hate people around the holidays. They're the fucking worst, worse than there ever are the rest of them. I mean, they're awful all year round, but especially around the holidays, are even more fucking self-centered and fucking inconsiderate. I hate Christmas music so much. I think
There's no Christmas music you
oh
like.
fuck no.
Okay.
There's a couple Christmas albums that I've heard. I'm like, oh, that's from bands that I like, so I can tolerate it, but I don't enjoy Christmas music at all.
Did Weezer ever release a Christmas album?
Yeah.
And how did you feel about it?
It's I like Weezer and it's Christmas music, so I can tolerate it, but it's not like
Okay.
a yeah. And I think a lot of it is the sensory overload. It's like fucking if I walk into like a mall or a store, it's just like fucking somebody turns static up to 1,000 in my head. I don't like being out. I don't like being the older I get, the more I feel like I'm become more and more like agoraphobic. I hate being around people. I hate all that shit, but it's worse during the holidays. People drive like fucking cunts. The weather sucks. Like there's not much about it that I like at all. I only care about time with the family because I can, and that's why I don't get people like, oh, it's Christmas. We have to spend time together. Like you can spend time together any other fucking time of the year.
Yeah, you can. You just don't.
Don't exactly because
So,
I think a lot of it's just this
it's an obligation, a feeling of obligation, and I don't like that.
It's a feeling of obligation. It's also this. It's like a lot of things. It's this overemphasized purpose that we put on something that doesn't have purpose, right? Like if people want to say, hey, we get a lot of time off from work, it's the best time to get together. That's a rational thing, and I understand that. But it's like we get together because we love Christmas. Like that's fucking stupid. That's a bunch of nostalgic bullshit that you guys are pulling from your past, from Christmases you probably hated then. You're forcing yourself to be around people you can't fucking stand for a day because it's I don't understand it. I think I don't understand Christmas might be a good way to put it. Like I just don't fucking get it. Like with my kids, I didn't want to do Christmas. I didn't want to do Santa Claus with my fucking kids. We've talked about that before. Like I had to go along with it because everybody else was. I was like, I could have ruined it for them, but whatever.
Why did you not want to do Santa Claus? Please tell me you're not one of those people that's like, if you lie to your kids about that, what will you lie to them about?
I'll lie to my kids about all kinds of shit. But to me, it was kind of about lying to them, but not about this personal. Like I don't want to lie to my kids. It's more of like. It's kind of like feeding your kids a bunch of like bullshit about religion and forcing it down their throats, right? They're going to believe what you tell them to fucking believe. And I don't like that aspect of it, like forcing it because it's a type of belief system when you're a kid. I mean, it's an explanation of why, good things happen to good kids and bad things happen to bad kids. I don't like all that shit. I think it's fucking stupid. And be like, well, they're going to miss out on the experience. Like, no, they're not. You can still give them presents. You can still have a Christmas without a fucking, Jesus icon coming down the fucking chimney and giving him shit. Cause that's essentially what Santa Claus is a God figure, for the holidays. So I was against it for those reasons. Like I no problem with like doing Christmas with them and the holiday shit, whatever, but didn't like the Santa Claus thing. But it wasn't a moral thing as much as I don't want to lie to my kids as much as just like, it's fucking stupid. And I want to save them that whole thing when they turn 9. I want them to be the ones that ruin Christmas for other kids. That's really what I want.
So you want to be indirectly responsible for ruining Christmas for other people's kids. Okay.
Yes.
I see.
But I say shit like that, but like I was never like I let them believe in Santa Claus until they asked me specifically, and then I would tell them. That's how I broke the news. Then my daughter Lyric was I think 7. And she said, Dad, is Santa Claus real? And I just went, nope. That was she was like, what? What do you mean? I was like, yeah, he's not. She's like, but you always said he is. I was like, well, that's because everybody else wanted me to tell you that, but he's not real. And then I was like, don't tell your brother.
Just pass the blame.
Yeah. No, she's like, what? I was like, I told you. I was like, everybody else wanted to. I was like, it's fine though. I was like, it's part of kids. And I explained it to her like, that's the fun part of Christmas for kids and blah, 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 blah. And she was like, okay. And then she was upset. And I was like, don't tell your fucking brother. But he was the same when he turned about, he was doubling down. Like some kids was whatever, giving him a hard time and they were at school because he was getting a little old to believe, but his like my ex-wife, his mom is all about like a lot of like the bullshitty parts of Christmas. And some kids were ragging him pretty hard at school. He said, Dad, I don't know if Santa Claus is real. I was like, well, what do you think? He goes, I think that all the mall Santas are fake because they're just there to make kids feel like they're talking to Santa. He said, but I think the main one is real. I was like, which one's the main one? He was like, the one that's on the North Pole. He was like, all these other ones are just fakes. And I was like, well, that's close. He was like, okay. And then
you're almost there.
Hey, thanks there, pop culture warrior.
CQ. CQ.
But yeah, and then a little bit later he asked me again, straight up that time, Dad, is Santa real? I was like, fuck, nope. I didn't say fuck because I don't cuss around my kids, weirdly enough. But
still, you don't.
No, lyric a little every now and then. I'll let one slide. Eli, yeah, he's 18 now, so fuck it, I'll say what I want. But
well, sure.
But with Jude, nah, like one will slip, or I'll tell him like do the whole dad thing where you tell him like a slightly inappropriate joke that has like ass or something in it, and he thinks it's the greatest fucking thing he's ever heard. But for the most part, no, I still exercise a lot of self-control.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. So that's again, like I said, I can't give you an exact reason. I think it's just I think I see more of a lack of value in Christmas than I do value, so I just toss the whole fucking thing away.
I see. Baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah, 100%.
Instead of picking and choosing the things that
fuck that baby
make sense,
like a good Christian does, right?
What's that? Picking and choosing.
Picking and choosing. Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway,
speaking of Christianity, have you seen the video of the guy who I guess just ran into Joel Osteen on the street? It's fucking great. It's so great because Joel Osteen thinks, "Oh, this is a fan. You're a piece of shit, right?"
But in all fairness, though, like that takes some balls.
It does.
That's some balls.
But what is someone like Joel Osteen going to do?
Other than like calling security or something?
Turn the other cheek?
Right. What? Exactly.
Yeah. No. I mean,
yeah.
What's security going to do?
Right.
I mean,
escort him
out.
Get beat
but they were out. They were standing outside. That's the thing. Like they were outside.
I couldn't tell. At least it looked in the video. Tour bus or some shit back in the back.
Well, sure, but even by a tour bus, you're still standing outside.
Right. It still has security detail. Guarantee fucking to you.
I'm sure he does, but what are they going to say? Hey, you can't be outside anymore?
They beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, he still stands to lose a lot by having his security guards do that.
That's true.
So I don't think you're at much risk with a Joel Osteen.
Yeah.
A Kenneth Copeland, though, he may shoot you.
He might shoot you. Yeah.
He may shoot you.
This is true.
So
yeah, but no, it was pretty funny. I thought it was, but I guess by ballsy for.
It is. It's a bit ballsy, but I think you don't risk anything.
I don't think. Yeah,
you risk his followers attacking you online.
Yeah, and I don't even mean risking like there's no physical danger. Even I just mean to confront someone in general, much less a high profile person on a thing. It's fucking hard to do if you've never tried to straight up confront somebody and that type of thing. It's not an easy fucking thing. Sure. It takes some fucking balls. That's what I meant. It's not a risk factor. It's just like a human confrontation avoidance type of shit.
Would you have Joel Osteen on here?
Yes, I would.
Would you?
I would have.
Would you be respectful and?
I would.
Would you watch your language?
I would treat him like I did the flat Earth guy.
Okay.
I would be respectful as I could.
But would you call him on bullshit?
If he came up in our conversation, I'm not going to make a list of shit that he's done.
No. That's not what I'm saying. But if he starts spouting some of the prosperity gospel,
I'd ask questions and let it go from there.
Okay. Just wondering.
Because again, what we've talked about this before, I don't have the desire to come out swinging at somebody. Because
it depends on who it is and what they've done. But yeah,
it's not about, to me. I take it case when they come on here. How are they acting in the lieu of that conversation? I don't give a shit what's happened outside of that. I mean, I might have questions if something came up, but I'm not going to start on the offensive.
Gotcha.
With anybody.
Okay.
Like I will talk to almost anyone on the podcast, and I will just fucking have a conversation with them.
Who would you not talk to? Because you said almost anyone.
I can't think of anybody that I wouldn't.
Okay.
And there's people, I mean, again, it's that baseline of respect, right? Fire warning shot, then don't knock it off and fucking throw somebody off. But I'll give anybody I will give anybody a chance to talk. I will, God damn it, I can't talk tonight. I will talk to anyone if they're willing to come on and give them at least the opportunity to speak. And if, they're unmanageable, then we fucking hang up on them. But, at least have a baseline to start with.
Sure.
Yeah. I did not at all get that out how I wanted to, but we all maybe Found the point in there somewhere.
All right, let's take a quick break. I've got a couple of news things to bring up when we come back.
Oh, I do. I do too. I do too. I can't find where my fucking button
Easy.
is here.
Get back in the swing of things a couple episodes before you start bringing news in here.
Yeah, you back the fuck off. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Bam.
Look at that.
We'll be back. All right. So yeah. So you got some you got just some water.
I did. I need some water.
I was hoping you bring some bubbly things, but that's okay.
I don't have any more of those.
God damn it.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'll just suffer through this shitty ass tequila.
It's on you, man.
I know. I still thought it was appropriate.
It's fine with me. All right, let's see. Do we have it? I do. Here we go.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's weird.
All right.
She just killed it in the middle of right.
I didn't kill shit.
No, not you. I said it. It
Oh.
just killed it. All right. So let's see here. Raccoon attack. Have you heard about this?
No.
All right. Let me get it pulled up here. Apple News has been acting wonky, so we'll see how this goes. But anyway, a woman was decorating for Christmas, obviously.
So she had it coming.
I guess so. So anyway, a woman, 70, attacked by a raccoon while hanging Christmas lights and puts it in a headlock.
That woman's got some rabies now.
Well, a day of Christmas decorating didn't go as planned for a woman who was attacked by a raccoon that left her with bites and bruises all over her arms, which, 70-year-olds bruise pretty easy.
Yeah, right.
So anyway, she said, "I really thought I was going to die." In a post on Facebook, she said she detailed how the animal pounced on her. She was putting Christmas lights around her home on December 1st. The 70-year-old woman said the only warning she had before the attack was strange noise coming from the street. Kind of makes me wonder if she's actually talking about an animal or if she's just a racist old woman.
That's possible. Jessie, my ex-wife, she was terrified of raccoons.
Really?
Yeah, massive. I don't know how you. I'm sure there's a name for like a phobia of raccoons, but it was ridiculous. But
I think never mind. I was going to go with the joke.
I know that was a good call.
Turned back on that one.
Good job pumping them brakes. my butthole is already clenching just a little bit because I knew what was coming, and I was like, ah.
She says, "I turned around to see what the noise was, and I was staring at a huge raccoon about 10 feet away." I mean, you could just take this many ways. She wrote in her Facebook post, "Before I could do anything, it jumped at me. Worst nightmare of my life. Both me and the raccoon were screaming so loud. The raccoon showed no signs of giving up during the struggle and persisted in biting even as she managed her arms around its head. As I was screaming for help, he fell off my arm but jumped right back onto me to continue the attack. After somehow tumbling to the ground, I got him in a headlock and wouldn't let go. As he was biting me, I could hear bones breaking in his neck." Once the animal fell silent, she let go of it, only to see it get up and walk away. In a follow-up post, she said she went to a local emergency room where she received a series of shots for rabies and tetanus.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then the article just goes on to talk about raccoons carrying the rabies virus.
Yeah.
So
that raccoon fucked her up.
I just thought it was a 70-year-old woman fighting a raccoon.
Yeah.
Oh God! So the dickhead old people that live across the street,
Mm-hmm.
they like to complain about leaves.
Right.
My wife was awake at like 3:00 in the morning within the last few weeks or whatever, and she heard something outside, but it didn't trip our driveway camera, so she just pulled it up and selected it, and she said the old man came running out of his house, just everything but his tidy whities. I mean, nothing on but his tidy whities. Ran out, did something at the mailbox, and then stood around his driveway for a minute and went back in the house at like 3 o'clock in the
Nice.
morning. So she diddles it to the old man across the street, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Um,
That would have only been disturbing had you woke up and she was masturbating to the ring cam.
yeah. A transgender college swimmer
Okay.
who swam as a man who swam as a man for 3 years is now crushing the competition at women's meets.
I love it.
Yeah. Let's see here. After 3 years of competing as a male, a transgender swimmer at the University of Pennsylvania switched to competing as a female and is now dominating the competition. What are the details? Senior swimmer Leah Thompson, formerly known as Will Thomas. Leah Thomas, formerly known as Will Thomas. And the thing I hate the most about this person is the name was William, and they took the LIA out of William, and that's where they got Leah from.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate that. Anyway, reportedly broke multiple school and conference records during a November 20th swim meet against Cornell University and Princeton University. Thomas blasted the number one 200 free time and the second fastest 500 free time in the nation on Saturday, breaking Penn program records on both events. The swimming blog later noted that Thomas's times in both races. So,
see, here's the point I'm at. We've had this discussion multiple times, but I've decided if this is where we are, just let him have it. It'll just be a genetically male dominated universe of sports.
Yeah, I mean, I go back to if we're gonna separate things, and if gender truly is a social construct, then we don't have male or female sports anymore.
Yep.
Have chromosome sports, X and Y sports.
Nah.
Yeah,
Just have sports.
Why? It's not fun anymore at that point.
It is for me.
I don't think it is. You wouldn't watch it anyway.
I know.
So it's not fun
my
for
point
you.
being is not about regulating. It's not about any of that shit. My thing is, if where we are as society, we just want to tear all that down and just have it, let everybody go fucking free for all. Let's fucking do it. Let's fucking do it, man. Because you know what'll happen is genetic based. Gender's the wrong word, I guess. Is it not?
Well, you didn't say gender. You said genetic.
Yeah, genetic, but gender is the wrong connotation of the word. Now there's a specific term they use for your birth sex, I guess. I don't know, but
it's your assigned sex at birth. Yeah. If you were born and assigned male, like you, you're cisgender.
Well, I know a cisgender, but
yeah,
again,
but I'm just saying, like, that's what it is. If you are the gender that you were born as.
I'm not talking about that, but I'm talking about that there's a specific term used for biological gender, I guess. Biological sex.
Cisgender.
Cisgender.
Pretty sure.
No, I think cis is indicating that you are male, you're always a male, you've never changed your mind than male. That's not just what you're born as.
No, it's what it's you are, and whatever word, promote, whatever, what you were given at birth.
Okay, whatever. Regardless of that. If we just take all of it away, just let everybody play sports together, all inclusive. What's going to happen is genetically male individuals are going to dominate all the sports, and there basically just won't be any genetically female sports.
Well, that's for the most part what will happen.
Yeah,
if
I'm saying
we go to that. But I mean,
I'm saying if that's
if
what
your
want.
daughter wanted to fight jujitsu, are you going to let her? Would you allow her to just get the shit kicked out of her by a genetic male in jiu-jitsu right now?
She wants to compete, yeah.
Yeah, there's at some point you got to protect your kids.
She competes against boys right now.
Yeah, as she gets older, that's not the playing field's not level anymore when it comes to that.
It's not level now.
Most of the time.
She hasn't won a match against a boy since she started. She's made a couple cry. She hasn't won a match.
Yeah, but she's not getting just what Fallon Fox did in mixed martial arts fighting.
Well, this MMA is different than just grappling, but
sure, I understand that. Yeah. I'm just saying you could definitely get hurt grappling.
Yeah,
I mean,
but if she wants to compete and those are the rules, then let her compete.
Yeah, but why does it stop then? Why would you stop it with what she wants to do at that then? What? Outside of something illegal, you're saying you would let her do it because she wants to do it
for a sport. I mean, for an activity. Yes.
Yeah, but where do you draw the line then? Where you say no, you're not doing that just because you want to. You're still not doing that.
You're talking about playing an activity or playing a sport, not life decisions.
But this could have a lifelong effect on someone.
If you're talking about an injury.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very likely that especially because she's what, 12, 13?
In jiu-jitsu, in grappling, judo, the chance of getting a life-ruining injury is slim.
But never zero.
Never zero.
Right. As she continues to get older, that chance increases.
Right. So she either improves or gets her ass kicked all the time.
Yeah, but you're still allowing someone that is not cognitively able to make that kind of life-altering permanent decision.
It's not a life-altering permanent
It
decision.
very well could be.
Fucking walking to school can be a life-altering fucking decision. You get hit by a goddamn car and then you're paralyzed for fucking ever.
Sure.
The chances are probably not that far apart from grappling or wrestling in high school.
Okay.
There's been girls that have competed on men's wrestling teams in high schools and shit.
Yeah. And there are absolutely genetic females that could dominate some men.
I'm not talking about dominating. I'm talking about just competing.
Yeah, I understand.
What about, would you let like your daughter play on a high school fucking football team or a college football team going out as a walk-on? She could be permanently fucking paralyzed from that shit.
She could
If
be.
she wants to try out, let her fucking try out.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. I never had to deal with it, so I don't know.
Okay, I don't understand why you wouldn't. If it's a sport, and I'm not talking about like hormone therapy or getting a sex change. I'm talking about just playing a fucking sport. Now, stepping into a ring, fucking full contact fighting, a little bit different.
Well, kids do that though.
You have to be 16.
Would you allow your 16-year-old daughter to do that?
If she'd been training and knew what she was up against, I'd let her go in once. I guarantee she wouldn't want to do it a fucking again.
Yeah, but you never know what you're up against until you're in the ring and you get hit with it.
At that age, if you've been watching and you've been training and you've been doing, you know what you're getting into as far as the fight. Maybe not the level of domination.
But a 16-year-old doesn't understand completely what they're getting into.
Okay.
They may have seen what's happening out there, but until you get in the ring and get hit,
they'll learn.
But that may be a life-altering learning.
Doubtful.
I mean, come on. There are plenty of 16-year-old boys that compete that would absolutely break something on a lot of the females that would compete with them. There are also several females that would do the same to a male.
I think I think you're
I'm talking about straight up combat fighting. Like,
yeah. I think you're putting a lot higher probability of permanent injury than exists.
I think it's a higher. I think you're downplaying it and I'm upplaying. I'm overreacting and you're underreacting.
Maybe.
I understand that there's a lesson to be learned, but I don't.
Well, I'm not talking about that. Okay. Yes. But saying step into a ring with, like if I went toe to toe against Mike fucking Tyson.
Sure.
I'm putting this close as I can as far as power differences, as far as like a punch can in theory, like fucking cave my face in, right? With one good solid uppercut.
You're gonna have brain damage.
Yeah.
And the same could happen to her at 16 fighting against a male.
Right. But at 16, as a male fighting against a male, you have a good likelihood of getting brain damage if it's somebody that's bigger than you or in a different way.
Sure, but more likely if you're a female to get it if you're fighting a male than a male fighting a male.
Get something broken than you are like permanent brain injury. If you're used to getting hit, you could take a hit, and it's just the power.
Yeah, but being able to take a hit is not that being able to take a hit doesn't stop the brain damage.
I understand that. But there is a certain amount of prep that goes into like you punch somebody in the head that's never been fucking hit in the head, right? And I guarantee you they're going to have a more severe concussion than somebody that has been hit in the head a lot because your body preps for it differently. Your muscle memory, your fucking, what do they call them? Not high twitch, but your, anyway.
Fast twitch
muscles, all that shit reacts differently.
Sure. It doesn't make the brain slosh around differently.
Tyson can't fight two Steves at once. This is true. But my point is I would go toe-to-toe with Tyson and I would probably, I shouldn't say probably, I would absolutely get the shit kicked out of me. I don't worry about walking away with like a permanent debilitating injury because.
Sure, but you also are not the norm when it comes to thoughts on stuff like that.
Okay.
You have a self-proclaimed death wish.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Even if somebody said to you, you're 90% likely to not walk away from this.
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure.
So
but I'm just,
we can't judge this based off.
No, I'm not judging
how
that,
you would
I'm not talking about how I'd handle it, but I'm saying, but the probability of injury that I have is not for permanent injury is unless where most of that permanent injury comes in is like not from a single shot. It's from just a prolonged fucking just pounding. And inability like just over and over and over in that repetition. And usually you get clock somebody in the jaw hard enough that's that much a weight difference, they're out in one shot. it's
A
not
lot
gonna
of times,
be,
yeah. But what ends up doing the most damage is the head hitting the mat. Is actually what does the most damage
Right.
to fighters. But I'm just saying, if you can't start fighting at 16, till like we're talking until you're 16, then no one has had the hit in the head to prepare them for it, and it's
you
very
can train with it. I'm talking about competitively.
training ain't the same.
Full contact training absolutely fucking is.
They don't wear headgear. Do they wear headgear at 16 when they get in the ring?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's a different
I
story.
think 18's no headgear.
But I still, even a broken bone could be a permanent thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be life altering.
But again, yeah, being out fucking skateboarding, you're just as likely to have a permanent fucking break.
Yeah, it's still not the same though. It's stepping into a ring with someone that physically is very likely to just dominate you and just ragdoll you.
Yeah.
I mean, very likely. I'm just
saying, if it was the only fighting ring at 60, 70 was an all male, I'll just say it was all male, and she wanted to compete, I'd let her fucking compete. 100%.
I think that's a bad idea, but I mean, it's your kid, whatever. I mean, but I think if we just took all sports and just said, which, interestingly enough, all the male professional sports, there's no rule that women can't play in.
Right.
There are in the women's sports though that men can't play. But I think that the sports wouldn't be fun anymore.
They'd be the same as they are now, just with some people wearing.
No, I think I think there's a lot more cringe factor in that. There's so many people that watch sports.
Cringe factor, Jesus.
I'm talking about when you see a woman running the football and a 300-pound lineman crush her, you're going to cringe, is what I'm saying.
My point being, you won't have 120-pound women playing.
No, I understand that, but I mean, a 200-pound woman getting hit by 350-pound
You're not going to have it.
Why would you not?
My point being is, if you threw all gender rules out the window for any and all sports, right? You would have an entirely genetically male-dominated sports arena. You would have no genetic.
You're telling me
you would have no genetically female-based sports.
Yeah, but you would have no genetically male-based sports. I mean, based on the rules, you wouldn't have either of those things. But I'm just saying, like,
the players.
Are you saying that the only athletes we would have would now be male?
I'm saying the only ones that would excel and the ones that would dominate the top teams would absolutely be genetically male. 100%.
I mean, I agree with that.
It basically would just edge out all genetically female athletes in the professional.
Right. There would be no genetically female professional athletes.
Yeah.
No Venus and Serena Williams.
Nope.
And I don't think that's a good thing.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just a thing. I'm just saying, if that's where society wants to go, let it go there.
I think we will go there eventually.
And that's what I'm saying.
I don't think it's a good thing though.
No, I think it's just a thing.
I mean, everything's just a thing.
Exactly.
But I mean, again, you're not the person that we should be basing this kind of stuff on.
What is the deeper meaning behind it? Like, what is it beyond just a thing? Just because you enjoy sports and you want to be able to watch women's basketball and watch men's basketball.
No, I don't want to watch basketball at all.
Okay.
I know what you're saying.
Right. Like, other than having that dividing line where you can enjoy women's soccer for what it is versus men's soccer for what it is. Like, it's just soccer. That's all it is.
Yeah, I hate men's soccer. I would much if I think the women's national team could beat the men's national team, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if that was the case, there are definitely sports that women play that I would prefer to watch women play than men play.
And so it's a preferential
thing. It is a preferential thing, but I think it's better for society to have both of those.
Okay. You're always going to.
Well, now you just said if we went that way, we wouldn't.
On a professional level. If they did away with all professional women's, basically all sports across the board, you'd still have pockets of like genetically, because you have weight classes, you have different shit like that people start adding in. But
at that point, why not do away with weight classes?
Yeah.
Depends how UFC originally was.
Yes, it was.
And it was good, fucking fantastic.
Exactly.
To watch agree on that tiny little Hoist Gracie go in there and just ragdoll 300-pound guys and just beat everybody.
Or my favorite is that fucking little karate dude that came out as gi and the big sumo guy and just kicked his fucking teeth in. Shit was amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then it just goes to show the biggest doesn't always win.
Doesn't.
Anyway, but my point is, like, it only matters in the realm of what you. It only matters to the degree that you enjoy the entertainment. As far as in larger scales, it just means my daughter won't be competitive at a professional level in any sport.
I don't think it would be enjoyable for most people.
Okay.
I think most people that watch professional sports, it's not going to be as enjoyable.
How many people really watch women's professional sports?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'll give you a hint.
What?
It's not many.
It's definitely not as many as men's.
Olympics are
and I always
now
find
Olympics is a different story. Like people love the fucking like women's Olympic teams.
Sure.
But not so much other sports. I don't know many people that watch women's. I mean, there's some, but at a large degree, how many people watch like women's professional fast pitch softball? They do.
They do. I've been known to stop on a game every once in a while if it's
professional
on TV.
Or college.
Both.
You don't see pro ball that much.
Not much. If I see it, I'll stop watching it.
I am more likely to watch a fucking dart tournament than I am any.
I've watched
fucking awesome
over COVID time, especially early on when there were no professional sports happening. I watched so much cornhole on ESPN. I watched so much cornhole.
I love watching pool. I love watching fucking poker. I can watch poker. I can't watch golf, but I can sit and watch poker for hours.
You know, I used to be able to. I can't as much anymore.
Well, yeah.
I can't sit.
I don't watch
sit and watch poker as much as I used to be able to.
Yeah.
But golf. I love to play golf. I cannot stand watching golf on TV. My dad could sit and watch golf for hours and hours.
I'm the same way with NASCAR. Can't do it. Can't watch it.
I can't stand NASCAR. Oh, I just got a cramp. Oh my God, I hadn't had a cramp in years. No,
you're grabbing it.
Oh, fuck, man. I hadn't had a cramp.
This whole thing is better.
No, I don't know what happened. I haven't had a cramp in years.
The only thing better than seeing you agitated is seeing you in physical pain.
It's like every it subsides and then it just comes back stronger. It's so strange. I forgot what a cramp felt like.
I hope it's debilitating.
I need a professional woman to come in here and massage it. No, anyway. I just don't think sports would be as enjoyable if we did away with
I don't find them
male and female
anyway.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So you're not the person that we should be judging these thoughts
no,
on.
This is true. This is true.
Oh God. What the fuck? You just gonna cut the news off?
No, go ahead.
All right.
I thought that was it. I thought you were done.
Did I ever say that was it?
No.
I gave you two stories.
Do. That's more than enough. That's been 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
2 stories.
Man kills his wife with a cobra.
Okay, now we're talking. That's some good shit.
I knew I had some. I had to get a couple of these other ones out of the way first.
Because I've got a good one for you.
Do you?
I brought in. Yeah.
You got one?
I got one.
All right, you go, because I did two. I got two more. I got the cobra and one more. So you do yours first.
Let's do the cobra first. This could be a more lengthy discussion, or it might be you being like, okay.
A venomous trend.
Ooh.
Indian man gets life sentence for killing his wife with a cobra.
That's racist.
Well, not Native American man.
Oh.
A man in India has been handed a double life sentence for murdering his wife with an unorthodox weapon, a highly venomous cobra. So, background story. This woman is mentally handicapped.
That's already getting better by the minute.
And so the family, hold on a minute. And so the family found a man that was poor and paid him to marry her. Which people get paid, dowries and all that stuff, but paying him, and it was I don't remember what it was, but it ain't a lot. It is not a lot.
Yeah, but she has a caretaker and he gets to have sex. That's basically granted
I guess
special needs, but you know.
So the thing he came back to the family after I don't know how long and asked for more money. And they said, nope, that's not what we agreed on. She's all yours. By the way, here's her bib. No. And based on the rules of that, of the arranged marriage, whatever, if he divorced her, he has to give the wealth back, has to give the money back. And I think it was a set amount of money that he got and a car, like a Buick or something like that. Yeah. Anyway, if he divorces her, he loses all of the wealth. If he kills her through an explicit murder weapon, the wealth would also have to be returned. So if he just shot her, strangled her, whatever. So he wanted to get rid of her through something that would resemble an accident. In the course of the investigation, the police found that this was a well-planned murder. Death by snake bite is common in India, with 1.2 million deaths from 2009, from 2000 to 2019. Fuck, that's a shitload of people dying from snakes.
Yeah, it is.
Let's see here. From the post-mortem of the snake, we found out that its abdomen was empty. A snake in its natural habitat feeds every day, and the meal is digested over the course of 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
The size of the bite was also unusual. An average cobra bite should be around 1.8 to 2 centimeters. The bite marks on the woman's arm were as large as 2.8 centimeters, which hinted to the investigation team that they weren't natural. What?
I'm already finding ways that he could have greatly covered this up much.
All right.
Yeah.
So the viper is a completely terrestrial snake. It is determined to live on the ground. It does not climb.
Mhm.
But the viper was found in the bedroom of their home's second floor after the first attempt. Let's see here. And so what he did is, also it's like these cobras, they don't attack at night. They basically go dormant at night.
Yeah.
And she was attacked at night.
Mhm.
And what they found out was the way you grab and hold a snake so that the fangs come out to milk. That's what he was doing, and basically just stabbing her with a snake over and over again. And
see, in my mind, and I knew that's where that was going, but in my mind, I pictured him having that bitch by the tail and fucking snake whipping that bitch.
Yeah. Let's see here. This is a new trend that people bring poisonous snakes from snake charmers and kill a person through snake bite. This is now becoming common in whatever city that I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Anyway, so go ahead.
No, I don't understand. Like, cobras are poisonous fuck in their territory. Like, if she was in there taking a nap in the living room, you could just let that bitch go, and he's probably going to bite her when she gets up. Like, put her on the couch or some shit. Second of all, even if that's the case, why didn't you let the fucking snake go after it bit her? Like, why? Oh, it's on the second floor. Why not just get it and just let it go? You never find it. Never find the murder weapon.
Sure.
And if they're like, oh, why was that 2.8 centimeters? Like, oh, it's a big ass fucking snake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many simple things he could have done to probably get away with it, or at least a lot closer to it. But
maybe he hadn't had to really think that hard over the last few years of his marriage.
Yeah,
and so
I guess so.
Go ahead. What have you got?
That's nothing. That was, I'm not in the mood anymore. I'm kidding. I had a kink of the week, kind of. It's
well, hold on. I thought you were doing a news story.
No, why would
you
I play
said
that?
I have one too.
I have one too. I have a thing. I have a thing that I'm going to read off the internet.
We were talking about things.
God damn it.
How you feel about New Zealand?
I don't give a shit about New Zealand.
You don't like New Zealand? You don't want to go to New Zealand?
I'd go to New Zealand.
New Zealand plans to ban smoking for the next generation.
Sounds about right. Fucking communists.
They plan to outlaw smoking for the next generation, so they will never be legally able to buy tobacco in the country. Under proposed new legislation, the legal age of 18 for buying tobacco will be raised progressively. We want to make sure young people never start smoking, so we will make it an offense to sell or supply smoked tobacco products to new cohorts of youth. People age 14 when the law comes into effect will never be able to legally purchase tobacco. The government plans to put this bill in Parliament in 2022 as part of the campaign to reduce the prevalence of smoking by less than 5% by 2025, to less than 5% by 2025. 13.4% of New Zealand's adult population are classified as smokers, and that's down from 18.2% in 2011 and 12. Let's see here.
I feel like the people that really try to push for smoking bans have some weird stick up their ass that they latch onto that one problem that they want to eradicate. Like the people that are anti-smoking or anti-tobacco are fucking hardcore anti-smoking, anti-tobacco.
They're also anti-vaporizing, anything like that. It's right. Like not good for you, not as bad for you as cigarettes.
Yeah.
So why can't we progress to that and then to the little thing? Uh-oh. Got a phone call here.
All right.
Not good for you.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello, Trevor. We have you on the podcast.
I like the topic that y'all was talking about smoking and everything.
Hey, what are you? You got us on speakerphone because we can barely hear you.
Oh, I sound correct. Do I sound better now?
Yeah,
yes,
now you sound
do.
better.
Yes.
Okay. I got this case on my phone, man.
Okay.
It's ridiculous a little bit. It's one of those big old cases that the old folks put that they clip on the side of their hip and stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hey, first I wanted to say I appreciate to see both of y'all back in totality. I love seeing Joey and Steve together or whatever, but I want to talk about this smoking thing or whatever, man.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so what do y'all think about the ban or whatever, or the people wanting to do the smoking thing? Like, do y'all think that it should be a law against it?
No,
Why shouldn't it be though?
because if you're the legal age to smoke, which in the United States I think is 21 everywhere now, you're legally an adult. You should be allowed to do anything that hurts you, and if you're not hurting anyone else, you should be allowed to do whatever you want as far as that goes. But I also think every drug should be legal as long as you're doing it and it's not endangering anyone else.
I agree with that. But it's actually a hindrance to everybody though.
How's
like,
that?
Doing drugs, smoking, and everything. It doesn't hinder the individual, but it hinders everyone as a totality from, like, if your family members depend on you, which in our reality, your family members shouldn't depend on you, but
right.
if people depend on you, or they need you for assistance, or they need you because you're the one that pays the bills and you're the one that's responsible for everything, then how is that helping you to legalize the smoking law? Like, we shouldn't all smoke, even though I do CBD gummies and everything and whatever. It's just that I see where they're coming from by putting a ban on everything.
Yeah, but then you got to draw a line. Do you ban every single thing that's bad for you and can lead to death? I mean, you'd have to ban alcohol. That'd be banning all drugs. That'd be banning caffeine. That would be banning soda. That'd be banning sugar, like any and all addictive substances that have negative long-term effects with any type of usage.
You have to ban veganism. Veganism's not good for you.
Well, what's not good? Hold up now. Now I agree with you with a couple of things, but then when you say veganism is not good for you, now,
it's not good for you. You're not getting everything you need.
What am I not getting that I need?
You're not getting high fat protein.
Why do I need fat protein?
Fat protein is good for you.
I don't understand that type of thinking though, my boy.
It's not a thought, it's a fact.
What's a factual statement about that though, my brother?
High fat protein is good for you. That's the factual statement.
Fat.
High fat protein is good for you. You know what's so wrong with the word fat? It's got the word fat in it. That's it. And we think fat people, and we think that fat's bad, and it's not.
Think of me immediately.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But give me a benefit about what's good about fat.
A benefit of what's good about fat: energy. High fat protein gives you energy.
Okay.
High fat. Hold on just one second. Hey, whoever's calling from Toledo, Ohio, I don't know. Call back in just a little bit.
Ohio sucks. If you're the caller and you heard me right now, Ohio sucks. I need a couple of hills and mountains in Ohio. It's too flat. 1 mile seems like 5 miles.
Yeah.
Ohio sucks.
So back to what you're saying about smoking and people depending on it or whatever. It's not the government's job to make it illegal for you to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The government, because I think if we've learned anything, the government will never stop at one thing.
Yeah. Well, see, my whole thing is people as a whole are inherently self-destructive, right? And they're always going to find ways to numb whatever kind of pain or turmoil or whatever the fuck that they need to suppress. They're going to find some way to do it, whether it's going to be jumping out of planes, whether it's going to be drinking sodas, whether it's doing drugs. Like, it doesn't matter. People are going to find a way to suppress feelings and emotions, and you can outlaw anything you want, but I mean, I would be interested to see if bans on any of this stuff, and I'm not talking about smoking specifically, but if like prohibition area and shit, if like suicides went up. or if they stayed
Okay.
the same. I'm just curious. That's because I know they're in rates with high alcoholism, suicide rates are super high.
Yeah.
But anyway, my whole thing is it's just a slippery slope. Like you can't really ban one thing for one reason when other things. Well, it's the same reason why is alcohol legal but weed isn't, right? I mean, alcohol is much more damaging to your body than marijuana ever has been. You know, but it's because one's got a stigma. And actually, a lot of that ban came. I was listening to this thing the other day. It was they were going into a lot of the drug bans in the U.S. war on drugs and how like cocaine, opiates, and weed are all banned at different times for various racial reasons for the most part, and economic. Those two reasons, like weed started getting outlawed to keep the Mexicans at bay, and yeah, and stuff. Like then what opium was the Chinese, and cocaine was they didn't want it was they blamed black people for that one. So there was the push for all the illegal drugs. So I don't trust anybody that wants to ban anything. They're probably fucking racist.
I wonder how profitable smoking is for them to not make it a law.
Oh, it's crazy profitable. Smoking's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah, I mean, you have
Trillion,
tobacco
probably.
lobbyists in
Well, hell, like
Washington
yeah,
things
I'm
like
sure
that.
you've seen the commercials, like the Truth Campaign guys. They're actually owned by tobacco companies.
And also half the shit they say is made up anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I didn't know that though. So smoking is probably $1 billion profitability situation yearly, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Man.
And well, there's three or two primary tobacco companies that own almost all of the other ones. So you have, it's kind of like big pharma. I mean, it's big tobacco. You have a handful of companies that run the entire tobacco, industry. So the guys at the top is trillions and trillions of dollars. So it doesn't behoove anyone. I think that's why you have some of these individuals that go on these crusades against them, because they want to topple the system. But there's always going to be another system.
Eat the rich, baby.
Right. And Joey
why are you?
Oh, go ahead,
Steve. Why are you so sharp right now?
So sharp. What does that mean?
You sound sharp. Like you sound like you've been thinking. Like your mind is clear. You sound real sharp right now.
As opposed to how I usually sound.
Talking.
No, it's because I've had 4 weeks away from Joey's fucking ass dragging me down every week.
You obviously haven't listened to the whole episode to hear how many times he's had to pull a dick out of his mouth to talk.
Then I'm just excited to talk to my boy, man. I ain't talked to Trevor in a while.
Hey, I'm highly appreciative that you on the show, that Joey on the show, man. I love both of y'all, man. I just wanted to call in to discuss one of the topics, man. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you did, man.
And Trevor, I would be happy to any other time that we're not recording this show to have the discussion with you on high fat protein and whatever. Set it up. We'll do it on your podcast once you decide you're going to podcast again. Oh, wait a minute. I got a bone to pick with you.
I'm doing a cabinet conversation tomorrow, and I'm going to contact both of y'all.
Well, I can't do it tomorrow. I got family Christmas stuff tomorrow.
I'm not doing shit tomorrow.
Okay.
Right. But I'm also bet you're not having a Cabernet conversation either tomorrow.
If he asks me, I will.
I know. I'm just kidding. No. I got one bone to pick with you real quick, Trevor.
Talk to me.
So I reached out to you to set in for Steven one night while he was out, right? And you said, man, I would, but I'm not podcasting until after the first of the year. I don't want the boys to get jealous, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you've released about 4 episodes over the last week.
Hey, can I tell you something that I told Troy the other day? Can I tell you something
go
I
ahead,
told
go
Troy
ahead.
the other day? I love everybody, but I'm not shit at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not nothing. I'm not of no value. I do what I want to do. You know what I mean? I work on my own time, and
sure.
I apologize, but I ain't shit. I just want everybody to know that affiliates with me that I'm not shit.
I got you. No, I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you.
I'm dead serious that I'm not shit though.
Yeah. Well, I love you regardless, because we can both be not shit together.
Right.
Which, by the way, my wife is super stoked to have you on her show at some point.
And I'm ready to get on her show whenever she's available, and I appreciate y'all, man. But I had to let y'all know that I ain't shit, man. At the end of the day. All right. Y'all have a good show, man. Keep the show going and keep killing it. I support the B3F 100%.
I
All right.
appreciate you, man. Hey,
Yeah, he hung up on us.
if you're still listening, Trevor, I love you. If you tried calling in earlier, call back again. Are you going to call them back from the phone?
No. I was going to.
Yeah, I don't know who the fuck was calling in from an Ohio number. So Ohio is for lovers.
Yeah, I was going to try to send them a text, but I guess. Oh, hey, look at there.
Oh, shit.
Call from
Steve G.
Oh, shit. What is up?
Steve, you are on the podcast.
Man, yeah. So first and foremost, I want to let y'all know that OHIO is running all day.
Well, I mean, I guess you are running all day. I mean, you were running from Michigan, and now you're running to try to catch back up to Michigan.
Hey, man, you know, it took them motherfuckers a decade to beat us. It's going to take another decade and a half.
For y'all to beat them again, or what?
Oh, no, man, you know what? We had their number. We had their number since sweater vest, man. And,
Well, y'all should have remembered where you put their number because they beat the shit out of y'all.
Man, you know, I will not tolerate this O-State hatred, man.
You mean the O-State?
Yeah, y'all better be glad that the urban legend ain't in the mix anymore.
I'm assuming y'all are talking about sports. I'm just, over here listening to this.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Man, when we had urban legend, we had everybody's number. Don't let him come back.
I don't think y'all are going to let him come back. I don't think we have to worry about that. It's okay because the SEC leased him to you guys anyway, so that's fine.
Look, man, I don't know the previous brother personally that was on. I don't know him personally. Yeah, you seem like a nice guy. I wouldn't say you're a piece of shit or ain't shit, but there should be no O-State hatred, man.
Yeah. In all fairness, Trevor might have had a glass of wine and was probably shit-faced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Same.
Oh, yeah.
So what's up? What'd you call to talk about aside, from O-State?
Man, OHIO all day. Now, I wanted to address being a veteran pot smoker. Don't let the few speak for all of us, man. Because, just because this one guy wants to smoke blunts every hour on the hour and sit on his couch petting his dog, that doesn't mean that there aren't productive potheads in this world, man. And me being one of them, I know when to get off this ride. It's like, okay, a couple puffs. All right, now I got to shower and get ready for work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure.
I agree.
And that it should be that way. It should be, I mean, it'd be nice if everyone could be that way, but even if they're not that way, they should be able to do that at their own home.
Yep.
Hey, let the trash take itself out, man. See, it sucks for them. They don't know when to fucking get off the roller coaster.
Yep.
If that's what they want to do, get late for work and smell like weed all the time and not prioritize how to take a shower, and get prepared. Well, shit, let them lose their jobs. Fuck them.
Yep.
Nobody held a gun up to their head and say, like, hey, man, smoke more. And like I said, being a veteran pothead, it's like, man, I know when I'm like good enough, when I'm off into the clouds, not completely to where I can't speak and shit. That's for my off days.
The first time I had to smoke a marijuana cigarette, it was at gunpoint.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They were like, you puff on this devil's lettuce or we're going to rape you.
Yeah, dude, I can't stand those kind of smokers. Those incessant smokers is like, dude, this isn't the smoke Olympics, man. Oh, you can't hang. You can't hang. Like, motherfucker, like, dude, I'm high enough. Like, do you want to be high? Like, to what? Is there a medal at the end of this shit?
So, and the thing about it is, and I understand not everyone's like this, but most of the people I know that smoke weed, if anyone ever tells them like, I tried it, it's not for me, I didn't enjoy it or whatever, they're always like, oh, you need to smoke with me then. Like, you need to smoke what it's just everyone. That's it. Everybody I've ever met that smokes weed or that I'm ever around that smokes weed, that's their response to anyone that's like, yeah, I smoked weed a little bit here and there. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't have a good time. Their response is always, well, you didn't have good weed or you need to smoke with me, as if your presence is going to make the experience better. And I'm speaking to someone that's never smoked weed. So.
And Joey, those are the same shitty potheads I'm talking about. Respect their fucking opinion because that person is probably right. Weed is not for everybody. And weed is probably not for the people who are smoking it. That's why they're fucking failures at life.
Truer words. Yeah, but actually,
Maybe.
most of the people that I know that smoke regularly are successful fucking people, and they'd rather smoke than drink on the weekends.
Exactly. Those people exist.
Yep.
Those people definitely exist, man.
Yep.
I mean, just look at some of the pop cultural like weed icons or whatever, man. The Snoops, man. He's known for weed. He's made money in various ways because of that, and he's still thriving in his 50s.
I want to be one of those guys that smokes on the weekend, and that's it. But
Yeah.
you know, till it's
See,
legalized.
I'm one of those guys. Like, if I'm high, I'm worth. Like, I can't function. Like, I'm not. Like, I don't understand how some people can, like you said, to kind of wake and bake, go about your day. I can't. Like, one, if I'm high, I'm fucking done. Two, I get super bad fucking headaches after I smoke. I love being fucking high. I love fucking weed. I can't. It's worse than a hangover for me.
I get headaches if I'm around people smoking. The secondhand smoke gives me a headache.
See that both of you are listening to your bodies telling you like, oh, this shit is probably not for me.
Yeah. No, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, like, if I'll be like, you know what, I know I'm gonna have a fucking headache, but being high sounds fucking awesome, and so I'll smoke then. But
Yeah.
very rarely, because it's a pretty fucking shitty headache. But it's kind of like eating steak. It's gonna make me shit every fucking time. So sometimes it's just like, you know what, I know it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna eat this fucking steak because it's delicious.
You're just not eating the right high
You know
fat
what's on the
protein
other
steak.
end of that?
Right.
What's
No
that?
pun intended.
Yeah, right.
But you know what's on the other end of eating all that steak, man.
Mhm.
And like excess of anything can do you in, man.
Yep.
I mean, shit. Having too much soda can fuck you up.
Yep.
Having too many pets can like literally kill you. If you have too many cats in your household and you're not feeding them properly, you could become their fucking meow mix.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, where if you start banning one thing, where do you stop? And it's some of the bans we have now are already fucking insane to me. And most of them, like we were just saying earlier, like a lot of the drug bans were racially based or tax based, like those two big things.
Well, I mean, originally, like with weed, hemp was the I can't remember who is it was kind of behind it, but it was because hemp was going to replace paper.
Yeah, that was part of it.
Yep.
Yep. Well, that and the Mexicans were bringing some good weed from Mexico, and they were trying to slow down immigration and shit.
And one thing I think what people don't understand is like people are going to do drugs whether it's legal or not. And the thing about it is, if you legalize it, then you can have actual good drugs, and you can get good cocaine that's not laced with fentanyl and shit like that. And you're not going to have people just taking one little snort of schneef at their house party and going to die because it's laced with something, you know.
For real.
Yep. When guns are outlawed, outlaws will have guns.
Jesus Christ, I hate you.
Dude, there's always the black market, man.
Yep, 100%.
No,
they did it with alcohol.
Yeah, prohibition did not work at all.
Now, Steve, you smoked some weed tonight?
Always, man. I'm off tonight, so shit.
Okay.
What better way?
Yeah, right.
Shit, it's TGIF, B3F podcast with Steve and Joey, man.
That's right.
Fuck yeah, dude. We're glad you called. I feel very loved tonight. I've had two of our people's calling in.
Well, yeah, man. I appreciate you guys. Matt is out doing some Virginia shit. He moved out there. I don't know if you guys knew. But,
I knew he was going to, but I didn't know he had done it yet.
Yeah, man. He's out there, Virginia for lovers and all of that. So, but yeah, man. Having a 90s every Thursday. Catch us, Steven, Matt G.
Yep.
Love you guys.
Yep. All right, man.
Take it. Have a good one.
All right, later.
All right.
Man. A lot of enthusiasm tonight from everybody.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
One person ain't shit, and one person's high as shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, I'm
That's
just
a little weird
kidding.
for Trevor. Like, I love Trevor to death, but that was
that was odd.
Yeah.
It was odd. I hope he knows I was just joking, but if he doesn't, he should know me by now.
He should know you by now.
Anyway,
I've always thought it would, like, I shouldn't say suck, and not saying this about Trevor at all, but like how fucking crazy it would be if like somebody that we knew, like their very last phone call before they just like swallowed a bullet was to us just to say hi. Like that'd be some crazy shit.
It would be, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Do you have a new dream now?
No, I don't have a new dream, but I'm just trying to really think about if I have a good idea of how to react to that. And I don't.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fair.
I don't think I'd lose sleep over it though.
Hold on. That is one of the phrases I love. I never use it, but I love. Feels like I'll lose sleep over it.
Yeah, I just, and I don't mean that in a bad way or whatever. There are very few things that I lose sleep over.
Right.
But yeah,
Loud noises.
no,
No,
not so much.
when you're trying to get to sleep. After you're asleep, obviously not.
Silence. It really depends on.
awake. If it's dead quiet, I can't fucking sleep. Fuck that shit.
It's never dead quiet. My ears ring constantly.
Oh, yeah.
When it's quiet everywhere else, it's like
Yeah.
it's like a speaker in my ear.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying I like the static. I like white noise because it keeps that tinnitus from fucking being as prevalent.
when if it's warm, I have a fan going in the room anyway, so I have that noise. But
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, so go ahead. You've got a kink of the week.
Not just a kink of the week. I just want to play the music.
Oh well.
No, I actually have something. But instead of just focusing on one today, I just like this cuts off with no fucking lead off. But
Why? Is that how you created it?
yeah.
Okay.
Gets abrupt. But so I did a list because I know how much we love lists.
How much you love lists.
I hate lists.
I know.
But these are the top sexual kinks of men and women. And this is from July 12th, 2021, or
Okay.
June 12th. It's fairly recent. So what's it your go-to when it comes to spicing things up sex-wise? Perhaps you want to change the location or get some restraints involved. You know, it's the cheeky intro of where this exists. So interestingly, there's a divide between men and women's preferred sex acts. So here are the top sexual kinks according to a survey taken of men and women. So
the top kinks.
The top.
Is that what you said? The top kinks.
According to the surveys, which it says, let's see. Also quite surprising, despite these kinks all being common, quite a few of the people surveyed said they keep their kink-related fantasies a secret from their partners. 32% of men and 31% of women. But that's despite the majority, 74% of men and 67% of women saying that they have a kinky side.
Okay.
So this is a survey that was done of 2,000 people. It doesn't say, I'm guessing it was an even split. I don't fucking know. So anyway, top sexual kinks according to the survey. For the women's top 10. Number 10, being tied up. I don't know if these are ranked in order or not. They're just 1 through 10. So being tied up, little light bondage, I guess.
Okay.
So that's a top for women. Not surprising. Spanking whips. Find that interesting that those, because in my mind, spanking and whips are very separate things.
Spanking and whips. You spank with the whip.
Right, but you don't necessarily have to use a whip for spanking.
No, you're right.
But I'm saying,
I think we learned that in this country already.
Right, but what I'm saying is like being like whipped and spanked can be the same, but they're not the same thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I find it funny that those are together side by side. Anyway, food play. Yeah, food play.
Okay,
I'm assuming that means like eating food off the body, or it may be being banged by a fucking cucumber. I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Gun to your head.
I've never got a cucumber in my ass.
No.
Oh.
Gun to your head. Somebody lays out all the fruits and vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
Baby carrots don't count.
Okay.
All right. Green beans, all of the Basque Tech. I don't know who that is.
Hi, Lily Brooks.
Hi, Lily Brooks. I don't know what that is, but
all right. So what?
Anyway, somebody lays out all of the fruits and vegetables that are feasible for this.
Okay.
And says, you got one's going up the ass.
Yeah.
What are you choosing?
Pickle.
That's a cucumber.
Yeah, I know. It's a soft cucumber.
No. No, it's a cucumber. A pickle isn't a vegetable or
Do you
fruit.
get size? Because I mean, there's crazy variations in size.
There is.
All
We're
of
just
these
talking
things.
like the kind of normal run of the mill size of these
carrot.
things. Carrot.
Yeah,
I think that's a good. Yep,
tapered.
that's exactly
Small
it.
it,
I
and then
think
gets
that's a
wider.
good one.
So it would start feeling good about the time I got halfway up.
You think so?
No.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
You know,
some carrots have a bit of a flimsy end. You might could milk the old prostate with it.
Yeah, you probably could. Not a gourd, that's for sure. Or or watermelon would be very unpleasant.
Oh, absolutely.
All right.
Sorry. Go ahead.
All right. So I'm assuming food play means like with food, not like said getting banged with a fucking cucumber, but who the fuck knows? Number 7, domination submission. So it's pretty standard.
Okay.
Pretty standard.
Subdom.
Subdom. Filming each other having sex, DIY porn. So, home videos.
Sure. Nothing wrong with that.
Yep. Dressing up in sexy costumes or dressing up. So like dress up.
Yeah. Role play.
No, role play separate.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So I would assume.
Why would you dress up if you're not playing a role?
Right. I'm assuming they mean like lingerie, like, just outfit, like sex things that you would find visually sexy. And then,
Interesting.
role play. Body piercings.
Hold on a second. I want to go back to the dressing up thing.
Okay. It doesn't go into a lot of depth with these.
No, I understand that. My questions are just directed at you.
Okay.
Just directed at you. You have to choose a costume for whoever.
Mhm.
Why? I'm trying not to bring wives into it, but whatever.
Who else are we fucking?
No, I'm just mean
myself.
This is all hypothetical.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to leave wives out of it so
I
that we don't be crass about our wife.
Okay.
No.
Our
what
wife.
kind of outfit?
We're brother husbands.
We are. No. We're indigenous Alaskan people brothers,
Right.
cousins.
Yeah.
Whatever. What outfit are you choosing?
For me or for her?
No. For her to wear. Yeah.
Dog catcher.
Dog catcher.
I don't know.
Get a little pup play going on.
Play.
No, what are you choosing? You going with the French maid? You going with a nurse?
Oh, you're going like the stereotypical.
Well, it didn't have to be stereotypical. You could pull something out like, I would like her to dress up as my junior high school math teacher.
That's
your mom. I know.
Very specific.
I know.
Fuck. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never really had like the outfit thing. It does. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I like
seeing the outfit is awesome.
Right.
I'm more interested in what happens when that outfit comes off.
Right. But like, I like elements of outfits, right? But I don't have like a costume or like a character type, I guess.
Sure. Okay.
Like give me some fucking thigh highs and a skirt all goddamn day.
Pikachu,
Fuck
Mewtwo,
yeah.
Charizard.
Mewtwo, yeah, Charizard. Yeah.
Any of the Pokemon?
Any of the Pokemans. the Pokemon.
Yeah.
But,
any of the witchcraft demons.
Yeah. No, Leroy from Curb. That's what I want.
That's
Leon.
not bad.
Leon. Curb.
That's not bad. Anyway. Go ahead.
Anyway.
Ahead.
How about you? Okay, no, you gotta reply to that. Do you have an outfit or a type of costume?
Disappointed wife.
All right.
No. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe like dress up like a 6-year-old or something. No.
Jesus. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a
It
thing.
is very hard to say.
Like, if it involves thigh highs, I'm in. I don't care what the costume is. Throw the thigh highs on.
Up top,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah, for sure.
You can wear a Scooby-Doo fucking mask. If you got thigh highs, game on. Like, I'm good.
Scooby-Doo might make it better.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's something involving thigh highs for sure.
Right.
Maybe some lederhosen.
The later.
Yeah.
So we said role play.
Yep, role play. Yep.
Which I've never been big into the role play.
I've never done it because I've never really been that interested in it. It feels too corny.
Yeah, same.
I'm not. So it has always felt like that would be corny. I've never tried it, so I don't know. I'm absolutely willing to try that and see what that's all about.
Yeah.
But it has always felt like that might be corny.
Yeah.
But I think that, I don't know, that's probably a little bit of just insecurity as well.
Yeah, maybe.
So
maybe. I don't know. My whole thing is like, if I'm fucking you, I want to fuck you. I don't give a shit about some other thing. But I guess it's sometimes for spicing things up, or whatever. But body piercings, which I already said, which I don't know if that means on them or their partner. I don't know.
Probably a little of both.
Yep. 2, blindfolded sex, which I kind of put up with the tying up thing, but I guess it's just
Just turn the lights out.
I don't think that's a kink though. Like, I mean, it is
Blindfolded
obviously,
sex?
but
Yeah.
blindfolded sex, whatever. Anyway, and number 1 is sex outdoors.
Yeah.
Which, that's fun. All right, men's top 10. Which
I missed that. I didn't realize that was women's top 10.
Oh, that was a women's top 10.
I thought that was just in general
No,
people.
that's
Oh, I
women's
missed that.
top 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
a little different for you.
It
now?
is a little different now. It's setting different now.
So you don't pay attention. You were fucking around on your phone.
Anybody else
last time,
hard?
right?
Jesus.
All right, now the men's top 10. Number 10 is blindfolded sex down there at the bottom. Number 9 is food play. I guarantee you that's fucking somebody with a squash. That's not.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I'm assuming like when men check that food play check,
Or they want to eat sushi off a naked woman.
But I'm just saying they check that with a very different mindset than a woman checking food play. Right. Number 8 is body piercings. A little lower in this.
Yeah.
Number 7, domination submission. So that's actually in the exact same spot as it was for women. It's number 7.
Okay.
Number 6, one that does not appear anywhere on the women's
I'm
column.
sure. Scat play. Oh,
Rubber, latex, and leather.
not interested.
No?
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
You're not rolling around your
I'm
gimp
just saying
suit on the weekends?
if my wife came to me and was like, "Hey, I want to try this out," I'd be like, "Okay,
yeah,
fine." I'm not interested in it.
Yeah. So number 5, again, one that does not appear anywhere on the women's list of kinks.
Sure.
Threesomes.
Yeah, of course. I'm surprised it falls at 5.
Yeah,
I'm honestly surprised it falls.
But again,
at 5.
these might not be ranked in order. I'm going 10 to 1, just assuming so. But yeah, threesomes. Doesn't specify what threesomes, but I guarantee you almost all of them are the double FM.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's some
the
dudes
Jesus
I'm sure
is
that are all
threesome,
about
not the devil's threesome.
Right, exactly.
The Holy Trinity.
So number 4 is sex outdoors.
Okay.
Number 3 is bondage, spanking, and whips. They put them all together on that one.
Hmm.
Again, I think it's a different mindset of how. Look at number 2 is role play, specifically with uniforms. That's actually
So they combine 2 of them together.
Like flight attendant, maids, that type of shit. Yeah.
I didn't think about flight attendant whenever you brought that up.
You're welcome, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that might do it.
All right.
I'm yeah.
And number 1, which I don't think that you'll be shocked, is DIY porn.
Of course.
Filming yourself fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just ego. That's just
It
wanting to see
is.
someone get real.
They want proof. That's it. They want proof that they did something good.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, because 9 out of 10 dudes they know good and well whoever they're fucking is way more attractive than they are.
More than likely, yeah.
Well, I read this thing once.
It's either that or you want it to feel bad about yourself later because you know you stooped.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Well, I saw this thing. I'm trying to remember. It was a video I watched on YouTube forever ago. But the guy was saying, he was talking about stigma between men and women having sex and sexual partners. And I didn't agree with necessarily all of his justification, but he made a point that I've never thought about. And that's the fact that women hold, what's the term that he used? God damn it. Essentially, I'm not going to remember the verbiage, but basically it's like women, they're the gatekeepers, right? Like they choose who gets to have sex with them, right?
Yes.
So they have all the men only get to have sex with the women that will let them have sex with them. So
that's true. And I've had so many females argue me when I say any woman can go out to any bar and get laid.
100%.
They may not get the guy that they want, but they can get laid.
100%.
Not every guy can go out to any bar and get laid on any given night.
Speak for yourself there, brother.
Yeah. I said not any guy.
No, it's 100% true. And I guess some of insecurity and the type of people they're there, but for the most part, yeah. If you're a female, right, you hold the fucking key
for sure.
And as of a dude, it's like you're getting permission to sleep with that person, and the women you are granting the permission,
right?
And it's a very strange.
Can we make love?
Yeah, and I think they were fuck you, but they were talking about that. I think in comparison to like one of the reasons why, rape is such a violent thing because it's literally like a complete teardown of that dynamic, right? It's more than just that way, but it's completely taking someone's autonomy and power away from them. Sure. And explain like that, it was, I don't know, it was a very interesting concept to me, but yeah, like I've had that discussion with people before too. Like if you're a female, you 100% can get laid almost anytime you want.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, it might not be the person you want. You might have to drop your fucking standards way down. Because most women, they say, well, I couldn't go out and get laid. It means you can't go out and fuck whatever your preferential type would be. But you can go out and fuck someone.
That's it. You're not willing to stoop. And good on you for not being willing to do that.
For sure.
Because most guys would.
But if we're talking about, yeah, absolutely. Because if we talk about like hypotheticals, though, it's an any night of the week, 7 days a week, whereas opposed to you and
Certified
I is like,
freak.
Right. As far as you and I would be going out and, excuse me, ma'am, the bar's closing soon. Do you have a better suitor?
Can I put my dick inside you?
Yes, please, just once.
Yeah.
Just touch it, make sure it works. Just touch it. I think it's broken.
I think it's broken.
I just need you to touch it for a minute to see if it works. I'm really concerned. I'm scared.
Oh God. I know that's so good. That's so good.
Well, you ready to call it a night, buddy?
Not quite yet.
God damn it, you have another one?
No. We have to make our NFL picks.
Okay.
I sent them to you.
I'm not even gonna look at it.
Okay. Well, the last time you did that, you picked teams that weren't playing. I mean, you picked you picked yes, you picked teams that weren't playing that week.
Oh, really?
So
I guess
you-
I should
yeah.
probably look at it.
Yeah. So
oh, you gotta read
I'm going to go
standings?
over. I'm going to go over last week because I recorded last week's, but there's an audio problem. I think I just forgot to push a button. But we ended week 12 tied up 18-18. We each hit 2 and missed 1. So week 13 last week, you took Cardinals over the Bears. Cardinals -8. You hit that one. You took Lions over the Vikings. Vikings were giving up 7. You hit that one surprisingly. Yeah, the Lions finally won. That's their first win of the season.
Nice. Okay.
And no one would have taken the Lions over the Vikings. And then you pick the Steelers over the Ravens. Ravens giving up 4.5, and you hit that one. So you hit all 3. You're at 21 after 13 weeks.
Okay.
So that's 39 picks.
Yeah.
That's more than 50%. So if they had taken your picks and put, let's just a minimal $5 down, they would be in the positive right now in the season in winnings.
Okay.
So
Uh-huh.
I took Dolphins over the Giants. Dolphins giving up 4.5. I hit that one. I went opposite of you, and I did like probably every single person in the country that bets on football, and I took Vikings -7 over the Lions, and I did not hit that one. And then I took Broncos over the Chiefs. Chiefs -10, and I didn't. The Chiefs just walloped them.
Okay.
And so I missed that one. So you're winning 21-19 right now after week 13.
Okay.
So,
which before we do our picks, I was just reading that whoever that Lily Brooks is wrote the Vask Tech. Fine. But whenever somebody capitalizes shit like that, I always read the SKTEC as like I try to figure out what that means because it looks like it should be an acronym of some kind. It bothers me.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know.
Good job. Good job, Lily. You fucked with my head. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I wonder if she's or he. Hey, sorry, not assuming your gender.
I'm picking the first team on the middle 3 on this one screenshot you sent me. So Raiders over the Chiefs.
Hold on a minute.
God damn it.
The first 3?
I'm taking the middle 3 out of the first screen you sent me.
I see.
And just the top team on each one. So it's Raiders over the Chiefs. Kansas City -10.
Okay.
Saints over the Jets. New Orleans -5.5. And Cowboys over Washington. Dallas negative.
And you're taking the Saints, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what was the
Cowboys
third?
and
Cowboys and
Washington.
Washington? Who are you taking?
Cowboys -4.5. I just took top teams middle 3.
Nice.
Yeah, you know.
Okay.
By top team, I mean top and bottom of the literal list.
No, I got you.
Yeah. I'm telling you my strategy.
Gotcha. So, I am taking the Titans to beat the Jags. With the spread, Titans are -8.5. Yep. And then, interesting.
What the fuck?
Okay, sorry, it wouldn't swipe to the other ones. I'm going to take the Broncos.
Do you literally like figure this out while we're sitting here?
No, I
You look at it
have
ahead of
several
time?
things in my head, and then I go and look one more time just to make sure I've solidified it.
I was like, because you follow this shit, I would have picked before I came in here. I literally pick as soon as you send them to me. So,
right,
yeah.
So I'm going to take the Broncos -10 over the Lions. Why don't you take a couple more weeks off?
We should try to keep this under 2 hours.
We are.
No, we're not.
Yes, we will.
Mm.
And then I think the Packers are going to beat the Bears, but I don't think they're going to cover the spread. So I'm going to take the Bears. Packers are -12.5. So there we go.
So how is it with this lighting? I feel like this has gotten darker since we've gone on here, like the camera focus.
That's interesting. It's gotten darker overnight, and I don't understand it.
You know,
and maybe the camera fell a little.
Probably.
So anyway, all right.
Oh yeah, it's probably getting reflection from the back of the screen.
Could be.
Or shadow.
All right, that is the week 14 picks.
All right.
10-15.
Let's double this bitch up tonight.
That's what I knew you were going. I knew you were going to want to do that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this is it for this episode.
Yeah, but if you're watching us online,
yep,
hang tight. We're gonna come back and do another episode because I got to travel this week for work, and we're gonna do another live episode. The audio still will release like normal.
Tell your friends. Tell your family.
We will not be picking our NFL stuff on the live stream. We will have to do that later because we won't have spreads for those games yet.
So if I I'll say it'd be really funny if anybody was out there at their Friday night was having sex, but will let us send them a link to the next broadcast, and
That's
they will
funny.
call in and let us interview them while they're having sex. I will buy them an entire suite of merch.
Oh, really?
Hat, shirt, hoodie.
Okay,
and
that's not an
stickers.
entire suite, but okay.
Well, that's
no, I got you.
a top outfit.
Sure.
Anyway, all right. So we'll be back in a little bit. Or next week.
Yeah, we'll be back live stream wise, 10, 15 minutes.
All right. Otherwise, next week.
Yep. Give us a thumbs up on Facebook at B3F Podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch at B3F Podcast. And on Instagram at B3F_podcast. YouTube has all of our videos. Support us on Patreon or buy me a coffee at B3F Podcast. Send all your questions or comments to admin at b3fpodcast.com. Find us online at b3fpodcast.com. Rate us and review us wherever you listen. And as always, thanks for listening.